Hello. Can you hear us? We're on a brand new computer, so I don't know if everything is set up correctly.
Fingers crossed.
Is there anybody out there?
Isn't that a song? Is there anybody there?
All right, KY confirms. How's our volume to music ratio? Can you hear us over the music? Can you hear the music enough? Are we too loud? Are we too quiet?
Would you rather we just
No music.
shush?
All right, let me turn this up. Do you hear music now?
Can you hear me now?
Do you hear music now? Levels are good.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Wakey, wakey.
Time to get up.
Good morning, citizens.
Open up then.
Rise and shine.
This is your wake-up call, people.
Come on, the coffee's on.
All right, so since I'm sick, I'm coughing a lot, and I'm going to try and keep that to a minimum. Yeah, my voice is nowhere near sexy now. Thank you. I'm going to try and keep the coughing to a minimum, and I'm also going to have to kind of talk a little restrained, and so it might sound like I'm low energy. I'm not really. I'm just having to force myself to center in, to focus, so I don't turn into a coughing fit, a living coughing fit.
A living coughing fit. So you don't turn into a living coughing fit.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how we're gonna go. That's how we're gonna do things. Okay. We got a lot of fun stuff we're gonna do tonight. In addition to just our normal shows, we've got the taco truck jelly beans.
I'm super excited.
As our taste test tonight.
I'm super excited.
With flavors such as margarita, churro, salsa, guacamole,
Guac.
beef taco, and horchata.
They should have done ooh. Listen.
Ooh.
I was having this thought without actually like processing the thought until I was midway saying it. But I was going to say they should have done fish taco. But that would have been kind of gross to have a fish taco jelly bean.
Pretty nasty.
But then again, that's kind of the point, right? Is it? Are they jelly beans? Are they jelly beans or
they're not candy corn?
Okay.
Beans. We also have a mystery package.
Mystery package
From
a mystery person.
From a mystery person.
Mystery person.
Labeled to the taste test gurus. So we're going to open that tonight too.
So if it's something to taste test, are we going to do both taste tests?
Probably, yeah.
Nice.
Unless it's like a lot of things. We'll see what we got to do. We're going to open that live on air.
That was exciting.
And then we've also got an announcement, which if you were in the Discord earlier, you saw the first part of the announcement, which is that we've got a new purple back row championship title belt on the way. It'll be here next week. But the second part of the announcement is what we're going to be doing with our current title belt. Behind Mo, over there. Like, that's got to go somewhere. And so we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about where it's going to go and how it's going to get there.
It's going on my head. And down around my shoulders. Hey, there's actually a really cool picture of Matt's wife with this belt. So.
You say cool, I say sexy. I enjoy it.
So, whatever happens with this belt, that picture's going to be.
It's not inappropriate.
Historical.
She just looks hot.
No, she's for real holding it like a true champ would hold it. But it is in the church, so, you know,
Right.
It's not like it can be super duper hot.
Modest is hottest, Mo.
Hey, I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, out of all the people that have ever held this belt and taken a picture with it, she by far was the best.
Looks the best.
Heck
I'll see if
yeah.
I can find that photo and put it up in the chat.
Up in the chat?
In the chat. I won't do that now, though. I'll do it later. But yeah, we're going to have fun. We're also going to play Sunday School Answers today, so we're going to need some people to help us help choose the best ones that Mo and I are playing. And we're going to have a Discord discussion later on in the show as well for the main topic. So it's going to be a busy show, busy night, and we should probably get right into it.
Let's jump on in.
So we are so glad that all of y'all are here tonight. And let's start recording our Monday show.
Let's go. Rise and shine, nerds.
You're tuned in to episode 449 of the Back Row Morning Show, proudly a part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network. I'm Radio Matt, the station manager and chief radio nerd here at LTN. I'm a third-generation radio dude and a lifelong nerd.
And I'm Mo, sidekick to the chief radio nerd, here to bring the facts and fire to your day. And I've got my coffee.
Today on the show, did the internet actually die 6 years ago?
Also on the show today, wrong kind of explosive package.
First, today is Monday, March 14th, 2022, and we got some holidays to celebrate.
That's right. It's National Potato Chip Day.
I love me a potato chip.
I do too.
What's your favorite, just like straight up plain potato chip?
Straight up now, tell me it's gotta be baked Lay's potato chips.
Baked Lay's, really?
Yeah.
Toffee, thanks for that subscription, my friend.
Hey,
Ding, 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 ding. 12 months in a row, that's 1 year.
you have to ask. Although he has his own bank account and everything now, so I should just like set it up to where it comes out of his money. Yeah, baked Lay's.
Baked Lay's.
And then salt and vinegar.
Okay, I'm not going for flavor. I just mean straight,
Baked Lay's.
normal, original flavor.
Baked Lay's.
Baked Lay's. I'm a Ruffles guy.
Ew. See, that's
me
my
some
least
Ruffles.
favorite.
Really?
Least favorite. Yep. I like baked Lay's and then wavy Lay's and then regular OG
Wavy Lay's are really good.
Lay's and then Ruffles.
Wavy Lay's are pretty good too. Now, if we're going favorite potato chip with flavor and everything, the hickory barbecue Wavy Lay's are my favorite.
I don't like any of the barbecue. They all are too sweet.
Really?
I like salt and vinegar. And that's it, pretty much. Yeah. Hey, it's also National Napping Day.
I've wanted to take a nap all day today, and my daughter has not allowed it to happen.
Yeah. Today has been a good day for napping, but it hasn't happened. No napping.
No napping happening.
All right. And it's National Learn About Butterflies Day.
Is our fun fact going to be about butterflies?
How'd you know?
All right. Look at you being on the ball.
I am on the ball occasionally.
How was your last
Call
several
me
weeks?
Cinderella.
Oh, gosh.
Last several weeks have been fine. There has not been anything. I'm about to make Matt go into a coughing fit.
Goodness.
Sorry. There's nothing like over the top exciting that has happened. Ask me next time we're together.
Oh, yeah. You're going to have a lot of stories. So, yeah, I accidentally told everybody for the last several weeks that
I know.
we've had all these breaks, and but this will be the last one, and then we shouldn't have any more breaks for several weeks. And
Yeah, I saw that comment, and I was like, oh, man.
Mo's going to be gone the next 2 weekends, but that doesn't mean we're not going to have shows. We're okay. We're working on something.
Yeah.
It's going to involve our back row Discord buds. So we will have shows. Just Mo won't be in them for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Which, we could all use a break from her sometimes. So.
KY just said sweet to me not being rude. Rude. That's all right. KY and I are actually trying to figure out how we can meet up with each other.
Yeah, on this trip that you're going on.
Uh-huh. My mom is getting married.
No, to new things, not to No, I wasn't saying that.
Yep. Anyway, so my mom is getting married. Yep. So we get to go out to Tennessee and...
Y'all making a meal of this trip. You're going to do a whole lot.
Well, not really.
No?
Not as much as we normally do. So it's a 22-hour trip from here to there.
I didn't really think about that.
Yes. So it takes us 2 days to get there and 2 days to get back. Every time. We're going to be gone for a week. So what we're really doing is the kids and I, Chris... Okay. Every year we go through this. Chris's contract is up for bid again on the base, and they're in between contracts. We don't know if a company's picking it up or not. And so because of that, he doesn't have any days, any vacation days. So we're not sure exactly how he's going to get out there. Thankfully, from our Christmas trip, that was crazy. We each have $200 in American Airlines vouchers that he's going to use for his trip out there, and then he'll drive back with us. But the kids and I are leaving on Saturday and driving all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and we'll be in Gatlinburg Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then in the area that my mom is getting married in for Wednesday. The wedding is on Friday, and then we're starting the trip back home the following Saturday.
You don't want to give us the exact address so we can crash the wedding?
Listen.
Just like you gave out all of her personal information for her birthday a few years ago.
It's at the VFW in somewhere East Tennessee. So you figure it out. Yeah, but anyway, I'm excited about that. I'm very, very, very excited. But I'm also already exhausted. So anyway.
Well, that's cool. We've been sick. So as you can tell, I'm sick again.
Yeah.
Apparently this is happening like all over the nation now that school mask mandates have lifted.
Yeah.
All these kids are coming home with colds, giving it to the entire family.
I had no idea that would happen.
And because all of our immune systems are basically nil, because we haven't had to fight off anything for the last 2 years, aside from COVID, we're getting wrecked.
See, y'all were giving me a hard time, and by y'all, I mean y'all all were giving me a hard time for not wearing my mask. And look at me. Just absolute epitome of health.
Until after this recording when you've caught what I have.
I mean, I'm going to throw my London fog on you if that's the case.
Enjoy your trip.
Thanks.
But no, it was bad for like 2 days. Like Eli had it first. He came home and he was supposed to have like a birthday party on Saturday, but Friday night he had a fever of 103. And we're like, oh gosh. And so we wound up having to do like a come drive by and say hi kind of thing. And we had cupcakes that we handed out to his friends that came by and dropped off gifts and whatever and gave them their little goodie bags, everything they would have done. And so he sat in the back of Daedra's van. We had balloons all around it. Had his little throne, but of course it was cold and windy out, and so that wasn't good for him either.
Hey, can I just say, prior to COVID, that would have never been like...
Never would have been even a thought.
Yeah.
Like, who would have done that? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It worked okay. And he was happy with it. We could have postponed it under normal circumstances, but he was going to, and he's there right now, going with my father-in-law and my nephew to a NASCAR race in Arizona. One that just happened this past weekend. And so they're coming back. They should be back either tonight or tomorrow. And it was a cool, he got better enough in time to go on that. So
yeah,
that was good. But just as he was getting better, the rest of the family caught it.
Of course.
And now I'm just dealing with this cough, but it's a pain in the butt.
Well, and then, he's going to come home fully better and just catch it from y'all again.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah. No one really talks about that when you have kids.
No.
You're sick all the time.
Yeah.
But you are.
Sick and sleep deprived. So, to those of you out there who are thinking about becoming parents, do it. It's great.
So anyway, this week you're going to hear my voice kind of belabored, and I'll probably be coughing in the background quite a bit, and I apologize for that. But if you could just bear with me, I think we'll have some good shows for you. Let's do our fact of the day. Mo, you got a fact for us?
Sorry. I always forget. Hold on. Yep. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Butterflies' wings are far more complex than what most of us realize. Butterflies actually have 4 separate wings, not just 2. The wings closest to its head are called the forewings, while those in the rear are called the hind wings. Thanks to strong muscles in the butterfly's thorax, all 4 wings move up and down in a figure 8 pattern during flight. Butterflies frequently use their wings as a defense mechanism, either by folding to blend in with their surroundings or wearing a full spectrum of colors and patterns that frighten their predators.
Okay. So they have 4 wings, and 2 of those wings are 4 wings.
No,
Yeah.
that's not what I called them. I
Yeah.
called them, oh yeah, 4 wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 of the wings are 4 wings, while the others are hind wings. Yeah,
2 of the
very
4
good.
wings are 4 wings.
Yeah, you're right. Good job. Smart
I'm
Alec.
confused.
Smart Alec. Anyway, my kid is laughing in chat that I said rear. Whatever. Anyway,
Oh, gosh.
that's my fact.
All right. Well, now it's over to our weird news desk.
Here's a news story that you might not have heard yet.
Suspicious packages at Tuscaloosa Courthouse were Taco Bell, police say. 2 suspicious packages found on the steps of the federal courthouse last Monday morning in Tuscaloosa were just Taco Bell orders, police report. Tuscaloosa police were called to the courthouse just after 8 a.m. on Monday after employees reported 2 suspicious packages on the building's front steps. According to social media posts by the law enforcement agency, police said the perimeter was set up around the courthouse. Streets were temporarily blocked off to vehicle and pedestrian traffic. And after investigation, Tuscaloosa Police Department's Hazardous Device Unit determined the boxes were just Taco Bell deliveries. The investigation revealed the boxes contained what we identified as a delivery order containing a taco and burrito cravings pack from Taco Bell. It had been customized to include an assortment of regular and Doritos Locos tacos, along with 4 beefy 5-layer burritos. Why did we need to know all this information?
They're being
they're being really
goofy
thorough.
now.
Yeah.
No, they're being silly.
Public roads were reopened around 8:20. The tacos and burritos have been safely disposed of in a dumpster behind TPD headquarters, police said.
Where they belong. First of all, I just want to know, was it misdelivered? Was it delivered to the
Well, I
wrong
mean,
place? And then the people...
I mean, that's 2. They were 2, and it sounds like they were in different locations, even. Like, they weren't just, like, next to each other. Maybe they were. I don't know. To me, it sounded like they were separate. Like, why would you have... I feel like they just drop it off.
Yeah,
Is the wrong address?
maybe.
Like, oh,
Like,
it's this...
this seems like a great place.
1620
This is
East?
where we bring children that we don't want, so we might as well bring deliveries that we don't want here as well.
Instructions say leave it on the step. All right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Must be a judge. Something.
I guess. I don't
A
know.
lot of steps out here.
This isn't an order I want to get wrong. They have the ability to put me in prison. Yep.
Oh, man. You know what?
What?
There's hardly anything better than just a Doritos Locos taco. Had one of those the other day.
I can think of
So good.
1,000 things better.
It's like the only thing you can have from Taco Bell that's not, I mean, you can have a lot of things from Taco Bell on keto, but like the only thing that you can have unaltered from Taco Bell on keto, because it's just 10 carbs for one. So if you've saved all your carbs up, you can have 2 Doritos Locos tacos, and they're dang good. They're worth it.
No.
Before we go, we want to share our poll for the week.
It's been a solid 2 years of the COVID-19 struggle. Mm-hmm. And we were just curious, how many times have you caught COVID?
Yeah, we asked this poll a long time ago now, because this was actually for a couple weeks ago. We asked it, we gave you 4 options. I've never had it. Once, twice, or 3 or more times.
3 times a lady.
Got 103 people respond. What do you think the number one was?
Once.
Once. 43.7% said they had it one time. In second place, 39.8% said they've never had it.
I mean,
Kind of hard to believe that nobody's had it, or there are people that haven't had it. Let alone
According-
that many people.
to all documentation,
Yeah,
I've never had it.
that's true. Technically, me neither. I'd definitely had it, but I tested negative for
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh. So,
Yeah, when
yeah.
my wife did. I'm sick right now. I don't want to give you a high five. Do you want it?
Yes.
Okay.
Good grief.
Right into my hand. Now dip your hand in your scalding coffee to disinfect
No, I've already
it.
done that.
Yeah, y'all should have seen Mo's struggle with her London fog earlier. It's like somehow they filled it up beyond the brim of the cup.
Yeah.
It started just overflowing out of nowhere like a magic trick. And it would not stop.
So the lid was on and it was kind of seeping down from the top of the lid, which, sometimes that happens.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, no big deal. So I went to take the lid off, and when I took the lid off, and I told Matt I was so glad that he was there to witness this because nobody would believe it if I were alone. But when I took the lid off, it just poured out of the side of the cup, from the top of the cup, just everywhere.
Yeah, and it kept going. Like it was a steady stream coming out for a good while.
Yeah.
Like a solid 20 seconds. Like how is there this much excess? Because you weren't squeezing it or anything either. You were just, what do I do? You were frozen.
As hot London fog is pouring down my hand. Yes. I don't know what to do. It was a 10 paper towel cleanup job.
Yeah,
So, I mean.
It was quite the adventure. But yeah, Mo was glad I saw it because otherwise everyone was like, Mo's lying again. Nothing's ever her fault.
Exaggerating another story. Sure. I'm sure it just leaked a little bit. All right.
Yes, the cup was full beyond being full. It was too full.
Yeah.
Sure. Mo, sure. Let's end with our verse for the day.
Our verse for the day is Psalm 23:4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
Goodness, it got me. Gracious sakes. Let's read that verse one more time and I'll splice it in.
All right. Psalm 23:4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
All right.
Hey, Tad.
Hey, Dad. So you're driving home now? Is that what you're saying? Like you're going to be late to be super active? I'm assuming. We should talk about pie. Why should we talk about pie?
Because it's Pie Day Monday.
Oh.
Yeah, but
That's true.
we've talked about pie
We've done that every year.
every
ad nauseam.
single
Yeah.
year. We've talked about pizza pie
I
and
deliberately skipped the pie day one.
pastry pie and mathematical pie and
Yeah.
fried pies.
I also skipped Ides of March. Yeah, I'm sorry. I went with obscure holidays.
Guys, we can't do the
week.
same holidays year after year.
We're in the mid 400s with these shows, guys. You're not that sorry. I'm not that sorry. There's a robot T-Rex skin that released to Fall Guys today.
You could talk about that. That's okay. That's okay.
I forgot. Okay, Lark. That's what you were talking about. I forgot that you were doing that. I've got a couple of those back now. We're getting hosts. We are auditioning hosts for our music blocks. And I'm surprised at how many people are interested in doing that. So I'm excited.
Okay, hold on. Before it goes away, Lark says, I am disappointed. Okay, I need to know, Lark.
She's disappointed because...
I understand. Are you disappointed? Or are you a disappointment? Because...
It's from a meme.
Oh, I am
I am
disappointed.
disappointed.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Just so you know. Three maker.
All right. Let's move on to Tuesday's show here. Let me get my news story opened up. Nope. Here we go.
Do it,
You shot your
Oriole.
shot.
Do it, do it, do it.
Yeah, I feel like that's what most people's hang up is that they just don't have a great mic setup. we got the first one I got, the only one I've listened to so far. I'm gonna say set a really high bar. Like it was, dude did a dang good job. So.
Is it none of our Discord peeps?
It's none of them. No, most of them are not.
I was just curious.
Yeah, no, I'm saying most of them are not. I think Lark's the only one that has jumped on that. But we'll see. We'll see.
Synchronized.
Stephanie Crook.
Crook.
I'm saying what you're saying.
No, you're not.
Crook.
Crook. There you go.
Crook.
Not crook.
Is very interested in doing the hypothetical louder music segment that we used to do. We used to do one on Back Row Radio. The screamo, the screaming,
yeah,
heavy metal, all that kind of stuff. She wants to do that because she's from that life. So
she is from that
was
life.
exciting. I'd forgotten all about that. She had told me that before.
Aww.
But she was really sad that we
I
didn't
miss
have
them.
it anymore.
Man.
Yeah.
Is she on Discord?
I don't think so. No.
We need to get them over on Discord. Her and
you're barely on Discord.
Her husband. Yeah, but listen, I get on there and I catch up and then I'm like, okay, cool. I'll see y'all in another month.
Meanwhile, we're actively talking every day.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever.
All right, Tuesday time. Let's go. We got a lot to do. Quit dragging us down here.
Rise and shine, nerds.
You're tuned in to episode 450 of the Back Row Morning Show, proudly a part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network. I'm Radio Matt, the station manager and chief radio nerd here at LTN. I'm a third-generation radio dude and a lifelong nerd.
And I'm Mo, sidekick to the chief radio nerd, here to bring the facts and fire to your day, and I need a refill on my coffee.
Today on the show, we're taking a look at how AI is set to evolve in 2022.
Also on the show today, a dad grounds the whole town.
But first, today is Tuesday, March 15th, 2022, and we got some holidays to celebrate.
That's right. Today is Everything You Think Is Wrong Day.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a rant day where we just get to like rant and fuss and complain and gripe and moan about everything that we think is bad and wrong with the world.
I think it's the opposite. I think it's a day to reflect and, actually judge your own opinions and what you think about things and make sure that what you believe is actually true. Fact check yourself.
Oh, it's fact check day. Okay. All right. It's also World Contact Day.
Yeah, this is an alien holiday.
I'm not okay with this one. Are we trying to contact
ever watch that movie,
other
Contact? It had it was like a picture of big satellites.
Listen, I feel like our Discord buds in the chat can finish my sentence for me. I probably have.
But I don't remember.
But I don't remember it.
I forgot. Why can't I remember that?
I don't know.
Why can't I remember that? You can't remember movies.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
That's why I had to watch Encanto like 22 times before we could talk about it.
Now Mo and I are nerds of several flavors, but we're also nerds for several flavors.
And every week we like to showcase junk food that has recently been announced or even spotted in stores or menus. And while Matt coughs.
Gracious. Okay, sorry. Still sick, everybody. That's right. We're going to kick off today with Coca-Cola Starlight, a space-flavored Coke that has a cooling sensation. Have you tried this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a cooling sensation.
Okay.
Give us a review.
Have you
Quick
tried
review.
it?
No.
Have you? Oh, okay. Listen, there for probably the better part of a year, if not longer now, I have not been able to finish an entire Coke. I will drink it, and I do Coke Zero, but I'll drink about half, and then I'll pass it to my son, and he finishes it off for me. It's too sweet. I've lost the flavor for it. I've said that cinnamon Coke, they didn't bring back cinnamon Coke this past winter. That's my favorite. But when the space flavored Coke came out, I was like, okay, I need to try it. I have finished every single bottle that I have bought.
Doesn't make any sense. What's the flavor?
I have no idea. I don't know. And here's something super fun and strange.
Okay.
The cooling sensation, I don't taste it. I get nothing.
Okay.
Chris and Cannon, to me, it does have kind of a sweet taste to it, but it's like a difference between I don't know. It lends itself towards the cinnamon, kind of a heated sweet.
Weird.
Anyway, so Chris took his first sip and he's like, "Oh, no, this is awful. It's burning. It's burning my throat." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Well, come to find out, that is a thing. Some people feel like the cooling sensation of it feels like burning, not just cooling. So a few days later, I give it to Cannon, let him try it. Same thing as Chris. He's freaking out. He's like, "That's burning my throat." Myself and Mila don't taste it. We
Real
don't.
weird.
Yep. So anyway,
So is this like trying to figure out who the aliens are?
am I
You're an
safe?
if you're an alien, it burns your throat.
Oh gosh. Yep. Anyway, so my review is I love it.
All right.
I
well,
think it's amazing.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Toffee has yet to try it. You need to find out if you're an alien or not.
He would be the tiebreaker, but he doesn't try the things. He's so like snooty and stuck up when it comes to trying things. Topher, try this. No, that's okay. No, for real, just taste it. Yeah, no. Please, no. And so then I'm standing there begging my 16-year-old to try something, and he's like, yeah, no. I'm not going to try that. Anyway, what's the next thing, Matt?
Cheetos popcorn, cheddar jalapeno flavor.
Okay.
Dr. Pepper Dark Berry comes back this summer to promote Jurassic World Dominion. Domination, I almost said. Have you seen the preview for that? Jurassic
No.
World Dominion?
No.
Looks real good. Looks real good. New Nitro Pepsi is headed to shore shelves. Store shelves. I'm sick and loopy. On Monday, March 28th, it'll be available in cola and vanilla cola flavors. The cans will be sold individually and in packs of 4. The soda uses nitrogen gas instead of carbon dioxide to provide the bubbles. Nitrogen gas dissolves better in water, or a beverage like soda or beer, than carbon dioxide, and therefore smaller bubbles are created when using nitrogen instead of traditional carbonation, and that will result in a smoother mouthfeel. I know you love that word.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be like a smooth cola.
I don't know.
I'm interested in trying it.
But Seattle, yeah, no. I'm not.
Smooth instead of crisp.
Yeah, that does not sound, it sounds flat. Like,
Well,
Does it not?
But it won't taste flat
but how?
because the bubbles will still be there.
No, I think it's going to be flat. It's going to
No,
taste
they're just
flat.
selling us flat soda.
That's
I'm
exactly-
seeing directly through this scam. They had a whole bunch of extra Pepsi left over that no one bought during the pandemic. And now they're repackaging it after the carbonations died out.
Hey, I mean, there's been weirder things to happen.
Peeps Tropical Burst flavors coming out soon. Has limes, oranges, pineapples, and cherries in the package. So
Okay, but why tropical burst? Why not just Peeps Tropical?
right, burst implies there will be a
A burst of something.
a goopy filling.
Yeah.
That'll pop out of that.
Or Pop Rocks of some sort. Or, why burst?
Gross. Ruffles Flamin' Hot Cheddar and Sour Cream.
Hey, this might actually be pretty good.
Yeah. Eli really likes the cheddar and sour cream, and nobody else in the family does, which is weird.
I think we might be being invaded currently.
Y'all hear that? Real loud plane.
Wow.
You see, like, we talked about this. Oh, okay, so they did hear it.
Yeah.
So they thought it was here. We live near an Air Force base, and I think we talked about that on the the last, it wasn't really a full week of shows, but the show that we did on Russia and Ukraine, you know, that's one of the things you worry about when you have war stuff going on is, well, if they attack our base, we're right here. We're in the fire path.
Yeah, that's something that I've always kind of thought about being a military spouse. Like, I'm never like fully safe.
You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. Kit Kat Thins chocolate hazelnut flavor.
Okay.
I mean,
This
if
is
anything
just-
lends itself to a hazelnut flavor, I think Kit Kats would.
Yeah, it's just like
Because it'd be the same as like the Ferrero Rocher
Nutella Kit Kats.
things. Yeah. Ferrero Rocher. I don't know how to pronounce that. Ferrero Rocher. Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero
Ferrero
Rocher.
Mountain Dew Legend. Brand new flavor coming exclusively to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh,
A mixture of. You think it's going to be a Buffalo Wild Wings flavor?
I'm sitting here like, this does not sound good at
Buffalo
all.
Wing flavored Mountain Dew. You know what?
sounds
It
disgusting.
doesn't sound like something they wouldn't do.
I know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings exclusive flavor that's got blackberry, citrus, and ginger kind of flavor mixed to it.
Okay.
Oreo mocha caramel latte. Sure, fine, but
Whatever.
who keeps asking for these niche flavors?
Not me.
I don't understand. Budweiser has released a set of frozen apps, beer battered pickles, like fried pickles, beer battered cheese sticks, and barbecue pork sliders.
Interesting.
Weird.
Yeah.
Budweiser getting into the frozen app game.
What are your thoughts on beer battered things?
Like from an ethical standpoint,
I mean, yeah, sure. Well, just what are your thoughts?
I don't really have any. I don't see any problem with it. It's not going to get you drunk or anything.
Okay. So, I have to tell you.
Unless you eat like a whole rum cake. Even then, would it do that? I don't even know if it would.
Yeah, I
do that.
know. So I'm sitting here thinking, wait, would that? I don't. Anyway.
I've heard jokes that it would.
Yeah.
But I don't really know if that's true or not.
Yeah. So, our friend Samantha, who I made a beer battered caramel latte beer bread. Okay.
Okay.
Where you use a can of beer in,
In place of yeast, right?
I don't know. I mean, the mix already came, so I don't know what's in
Oh,
the
okay.
actual
I'm pretty
mix.
sure that's usually what it's.
And then the only thing that I had to add to it, instead of eggs or oil or water or anything like that, it was just the can of beer.
Okay.
Okay. And so she's all like, oh, y'all are going to get drunk and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, the alcohol bakes out. Like that.
Pretty sure, yeah.
That's not a thing. Well, then today I'm making another beer bread that I had. And the second that I'm pouring like the beer into the mix, Topher notices that it's beer and he just kind of gives me this judgmental stare that I know means, well, I'm not going to be eating that bread. It's got beer in it. But
Really, Mom? Really? Really? You're too ashamed to get drunk the normal way? So you're going to hide it from us? Just eat a whole loaf of bread?
I'm
just eating bread. I'm just craving carbs. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know what's up, Mom.
Okay. Anyway.
We all know what's up.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, and then so Thray says in our comments that she knows people who substituted Coke instead of beer in those kind of recipes, which, yes, you can use any carbonated beverage, but it's a beer bread. It's in the name.
Root beer bread.
You've never heard of Coke bread? Wait, soda bread. You have heard of soda bread. Okay, anyway, can we move on? Let's move along. Trolley.
Trolley, Sour Bright, Bunny Poop Gummies
No, thank you.
for Easter. As of last Thursday, Taco Bell brought back one of their most popular limited time items, nacho fries.
What do you call fries that don't belong to you?
Nacho fries. sandwiches. And of course, every fast food chain on the planet is offering a fish sandwich right now for all the good Catholics during Lent. And if you think there can't be enough people to justify such a push that are buying these, here's a bonus fun fact for the day. McDonald's sells 25% of its fillet of fishes during Lent each year. Like 25% of their sales for the year of that sandwich happen during those 40 days.
40 days.
Yeah.
25% of their sales in 40 days.
Of course, McDonald's has the filet of fish. Popeyes has a Cajun flounder fish sandwich. Wendy's has a crispy panko fish sandwich. Del Taco has I know you hate long named items. So just
Hey, but I got
listen to
this one because it's a beer.
Samuel Adams Boston Lager battered crispy Alaskan pollock tacos.
Sounds delicious.
So many words. And Burger King, Long John Silver's, Whataburger, Jack in the Box, Culver's, Lottaburger, Arby's, on and on. All are selling some form of fish sandwich, either year round or just for the Lenten season.
Yep.
A lot of fish.
A lot of fish.
A lot of stinking fish.
Yep.
And most Catholics that I have grown up around and know only don't eat red meat on Fridays. So I'm like, you can't not eat out on Fridays? Or is that your excuse to go to McDonald's or wherever?
That's your excuse,
because, hey, well, I mean, it's Friday.
Yeah.
They got your sandwiches there. I got to eat fish.
Exactly.
That's not the rule. That's not the rule.
That's not the rule.
Now it's time for Bo's fact of the day.
Defensive pessimism may actually encourage and motivate individuals to power through their tasks. Imagining what could go wrong often motivates pessimists to work harder and get more done in order to avoid the worst possible outcome.
Well,
So that was my fact because today is what again? It's
everything you think is wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now it's over to our weird news desk.
Here's a news story you might not have heard yet.
Dad tries to make kids log off, accidentally takes down town's entire internet.
Hey.
The dad in a French town of, do you know how to say this? Messanges?
I don't see it.
Messanges?
Oh, yeah, it's messengers.
Messengers.
No.
Messengers. Took some extreme measures to prevent his
There you
children
go.
from going online by shutting down the entire internet and cell service of 2 local municipalities with a single jammer. Sorry about that. It may sound like a hilarious faux pas, but the father now faces up to 6 months of jail time and a fine of $34,000.
What?
For the significant outage. Jamming telecom frequencies is illegal in France. Mobile carrier alerted the French agency Nationale des Fréquences,
Hey, you did that really well.
the national broadcast regulator, to the odd disturbance, leading to an investigation. All the unsuspecting father wanted to do was get his kids off of social media between midnight and 3 a.m., presumably so they could finally log off and get some sleep. But his multi-frequency jammer may have been a little too powerful. ANFR technicians showed up at the man's house in a mobile lab vehicle, trying to figure out what the heck was causing the disruption. He would have gotten in trouble if he were in the U.S., or he would have gotten in trouble if he were in the U.S. as well. The Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, notes that federal law prohibits the operation, marketing, or sale of any type of jamming equipment that interferes with authorized radio communications, including cellular, personal communication services, police radar, and the Global Positioning System, GPS. After all, jamming devices can prevent you and others from making 911 calls, emergency calls, pose serious risk to public safety communications, as well as interfere with other forms of day-to-day communications.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but good grief. How many years?
6 years.
6 years and $34,000.
$34,000 fine.
That is
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No. 6 months. 6 months
Oh.
of jail time.
I mean, still though. Man, I don't know.
That's just half a penny.
Let's just have a penny.
Just half a penny.
No biggie.
Just
I
doing
mean,
half a penny up in the France pen. The French pan.
French pin. Okay, yeah.
The pinatin chare.
Okay, you say it like that, and it makes it sound like not such a terrible place.
Right?
It's a
I'm
vacation.
going to the pinatin chare. I'm going to spend a glorious 6 months.
Oh man! All right.
I'll be
Are you okay?
I'll be getting my croissants from the commissary.
You good?
Splitting them with my, how you say, bunk mate. His name is Jacques. And he's 6'2". Oh, goodness gracious.
You good?
Yeah, that was funny.
Good.
Sorry.
All right. Man.
Before we go, we want to share some things that we love.
What do you love, Matt?
I didn't write down a new thing, so you go first.
Oh, okay. Virgin River. It's
What?
a Netflix.
What?
Listen, it is a Netflix original that has been out for several years. I shouldn't say several. A couple years. I believe there are 4 seasons already out on Netflix. Chris and I binge watched it in like 2 weeks' time while still working full-time jobs and being full-time parents and everything else. So that should tell you it's a pretty stinking good show.
Okay.
And even though the name kind of makes you kind of go, I don't know, it is a very feel-good, for the most part, family-friendly show.
Okay.
I think that there's one episode that has kind of a steamy scene. But other than that,
Steamy.
yeah, it's nothing inappropriate. It's just steamy. A little bit.
Has a bit of a steamy scene.
Yeah. But other than that, everything else, there's not a lot of... Actually, I can't remember a single cuss word that was said. Nothing. I really can't.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
I know,
We've
that
had this
doesn't mean-
discussion how we get blind to those.
I know. But with...
Wasn't it Parks and Rec? Like your daughter came in and said something off of Parks and Rec.
What
Like,
the-
where did you hear that? Just now on the show that you're watching.
when she was 4. She was 4. What the H-E? And where did you hear that from? And her little hand points to the TV. Yeah, anyway. But, okay, so I was just about to say, with Mila being in and out of the room, we tend to be a little more aware, a little more conscious of the things that are said now, because obviously she's going to go repeating it.
Yeah.
But she watched almost an entire season with us one night while we all played Phase 10 together and watched Virgin River. And
Wow.
it was amazing. So good. If you haven't watched it, you need to watch it because it is very good.
I got my thing.
Okay, what's your thing?
Murderville. Have you heard of this? Okay,
no.
so it stars Will Arnett,
Okay.
and he's a detective.
Okay.
It's one of these. There's a new murder investigation every week kind of thing.
Okay.
Except he has a partner that he's training on every episode. This partner is a guest star, who is not given a script. And so they are having to play along completely ad-libbed the entire episode.
So it's like 911 meets Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Kind of. Like, it's really, it's hilarious. And Will Arnett is, he's hilarious all the time anyway in everything that he does.
What's it
He's
called?
playing off of Murderville. So he plays off of them and puts them in weird situations. And some of the people on it are Ken Jeong, Conan O'Brien. It's quite a few. I can't remember now off the top of my head all of them. There's six episodes. It's not family friendly, at least in that there's a lot of cursing because again it's all improv. But it's very entertaining. So if you can handle the curse words, it's a very, very funny show.
I'm so disappointed in our chat, FYI.
What's that? What are they saying?
Because nobody said anything about Virgin River except for my kid who's like, how does a river become a virgin? But then you talk about your show and it's like, comment.
I think it's on Netflix.
Whatever.
I watched it from unscrupulous website.
KY said she wasn't even listening to what I was talking about.
What Mo's thing that she loves? Tune out, guys. Come back in 5 minutes.
Yay.
See, Oriole thinks it sounds good.
Sometimes Oriole just says things to make me feel better about myself.
And you love him for that.
I do.
I didn't mean to outshine you, Mo, and I'm sorry.
Good grief.
Let's end with our verse for the day.
Our verse for the day is Psalm 16:8. I have set the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand. I shall not be shaken.
Since we're halfway done with our episodes here, I want to do one of the special things.
One of the special things?
And that's going to be our announcements. And yeah, my lungs are rough today, JC. Pardon me. Okay, the big announcement. You want to bring that title belt back out?
I'm bringing the belt.
So as I've previously announced, we've ordered a new belt. The new belt has a purple trim. It's a little bit of a different design. We got LTN on the side plates as well. It's going to look really cool. But we've had this belt since I think 2015.
Almost since the beginning.
We had a trophy.
Oh my gosh.
The back row-fee for the first year.
We did have the back row-fee.
But then we got this. So we've had this for a good while. And we are going to hold a tournament next Friday night.
Bum, bum, bum.
And that tournament will be hosted by me. Mo will not be here. It will be hosted by me. And it will be between 8 of our Discord people. We need 8 people to commit to be here next Friday, if you can. And what we're going to do is our shows for the next week are going to be based completely around playing games that I am creating for you guys. So there will be 2 big games each day for the 4 days. And the winner will be shipped this belt. Mo and I will sign it and sign a little note to you somewhere on it.
So it's so cool. Like, I can remember when we got this.
Yeah.
And before, no, we didn't have that. Never mind. I was about to be wrong. I remember when we got this and it came in the mail and we just thought it was the most awesome thing.
It's such higher quality than we expected for the price. And the price has not gone up. It's still the same as it was. I ordered it from the same company. It's very nice. It's very nice. So, in the Discord chat, I'll make a big official announcement for this, and I will collect entries as to who wants to be a part of this, and I will make a schedule. But yes, I'm hoping we can get at least 8 of you to commit to being on this thing. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun day, fun night.
So here's something fun. We are not leaving until like early Saturday morning, but knowing how late we go recording on Friday nights.
Yeah.
But I will hop over and chat and actually be a part of it.
Okay.
And
yeah, that'd be
listen
great.
in that way.
That'd be great.
Just not here to partake.
All right. So I see quite a few of y'all are pretty excited about that. I hope you are. We're going to have a lot of fun either way next week playing these games. And I'm going to come up with I'm going to bring back some classic ones that we used to play on the old show.
Oh my gosh. Family Feud?
Family Feud.
Yes.
Church Family Feud. It's going to be a lot of fun stuff.
Man. Listen, if you are not a Tad and have not gone back and listened to all of those, you should probably do that this week. You have a week to get caught up. Ooh, fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. All right, let's record our Wednesday show.
Rise and shine, nerds.
You're tuned in to episode 451. I got too excited of the Back Row Morning Show, proudly a part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. I'm Radio Matt, and I'm sick still, and so it's making me a bit loopy and hard to talk. I'm a third-generation radio dude and a lifelong nerd here at LTN.
And I'm Mo, sidekick to the chief radio nerd, here to bring the facts and fire to your day. And he needs the coffee.
Give me the coffee. Today on the show, will Luke Skywalker live forever?
Also on the show today, poutine.
But first, today is Wednesday, March 16th, 2022. We got some holidays to celebrate.
That's right. Today is No Selfies Day. Put your phone away. Stop taking the selfies. Just put them down. I know your hair looks extra good today. You did a really great job contouring your makeup. You look beautiful. The outfit is
Thank you.
on fleek. But, yeah, no selfies. Sorry for you. And it's National Panda Day.
So if you meet a panda, you still can't take a selfie. You can only take a picture of the panda,
That's right.
not you and the panda.
Yeah. I mean, you can like take a picture with your foot and your hand in the frame with the panda to prove that you, in fact, were there. But you may not turn the camera around in selfie mode and take the picture that way. Sorry.
Hey, we need a couple people in the Discord chat. Nope. Sorry, I turned my mic off. We need a couple people in the Discord chat because I forgot we're playing a game.
We're playing a game.
I didn't even get the cards out.
Can I just tell you that, like,
Can you do this?
what do you need?
I need space. And
This thing is huge.
It is huge. Da-da-dee. Da-da-dum. All right, I'll take out a big chunk.
What is this? This is amazing.
I can't get the cards.
Move, I'll get it. Move. Good grief.
I can't get the cards out.
Get the cards out.
My fingers are too fat.
Okay, is that a big enough?
No, I need more. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
And I believe most of these cards should be from our new white deck. White box.
I believe in a thing called love.
What do you call it? The white box.
Just look into the rhythm of my heart.
I believe in a thing called love.
There's a chance we can make it now. Oh gosh, these are brand new cards.
They are brand new cards.
There is no like
There's no.
to shuffle.
You dropped.
I know. Chill out.
Dropped a bunch.
Two.
So many.
A couple. Two. Not a bunch.
Ugh, you already put stuff down here. The worst, Mo.
Oh my gosh. Everything that was wrong day was yesterday. You are not allowed to complain today. So
All right,
zip your lip.
We got 3 people in the chat here.
We got 3 people in the chat.
We got 3 people up in chat up
We got
in here.
3 people in the chat. Dear.
All right, we're going to start at that part here.
Ooh.
Gracious. Okay. Now it's time for Mo and I to go head-to-head in a game.
Oh, yep. That's right, everybody. Matt and I will be playing a game as he returns to his quest to gain back the undisputed back row championship, a title belt.
That's right. And today we're going to play some Sunday School Answers, meaning that we've got 3 volunteers from our Discord to join in a chat with us so they can vote on the best and funniest answers. So this is how it'll work. We'll pull out a blue dilemma card, read it. It's got a blank in the little quotation. And Mo and I will choose 2 different possible fill-in-the-blank answers to go in there. And the 3 people in our chat, which are KY Redhead, Lark, and Toffee, will be voting on what they think is
Am I supposed to talk?
Sure, yeah. We'll be voting on what the funniest answer is.
I feel like I'm only getting one of these votes. I can only count on one person to think the way that I think here. That's it.
Thank
you. That is KY. That is exactly right.
Thanks, Mel.
Yep.
And let's see.
I love how you can't count on your own stuff.
No. Listen, we've been saying for years that he is like Matt in a smaller form. That's all.
Yep.
That's all.
So he's Matt, but a teenager who can't legally drive. I don't know if he can drive yet. I just felt like tossing an annoying thing at him.
Yeah. You're exactly right.
The voting will be by majority. But if there is a split, whatever answer of any of the four that is chosen by our, let's see, longest time listening.
Toffee.
Toffee is not the longest time listening to the podcast.
Let Oreo have the tiebreaker in the chat.
I know of these.
Yeah, Oriole's in chat. He can take the tiebreaker if we need
Hey,
to.
that could work. I like that idea. That idea sounds brilliant.
Well, I was going to let Lark be but okay.
Yeah, no.
All right. Oriole in the chat. Are you down for that? Are you down to be the tiebreaker?
Let Oriole be the tiebreaker.
Because you are the longest listening.
Hey. I have been listening for a while.
Well,
just not voluntarily.
Well, okay. It's not voluntarily.
Oriole's the longest one who has listened by his own free will.
All right.
Yes,
Correct.
he's down for that.
Longest volitional listener.
Yes. And Thray, to answer your question in chat, yes, it does.
It
always.
does sound a little fishbowly. All right.
Are we ready?
I haven't done this in a while.
I have
So-
to give you 7 of these.
Yeah, give me 7 cards. And whoever, the first person to get to 5 wins, 5 rounds is the winner. 5 winning rounds is the winner of the game. Goodness gracious. Oh. Y'all get it? Y'all understand? Okay.
Whoever gets 5 white cards first wins.
I'm very bad at my job when I'm sick.
No, whoever gets 5 blue cards first wins. I don't know.
See? All right, good. I don't feel as bad now.
Yeah.
You're not sick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to read the first one. So here's the first one. First dilemma. My first question when I'm in heaven is, where is blank? Where is blank? Where is blank? Okay.
Yeah.
That one. And that one. All right, Mo, do you want to read? You can read all 4 this round. So Mo's going to read all 4 answers with the prompt.
Okay. My first question when I am in heaven, where is Space Jam 3? A better new legacy than the last one. My first question when I'm in heaven, where is Adam and Steve? My first question when I'm in heaven, where is a do-it-yourself appendix removal kit? My first question when I'm in heaven, where is a melon baller?
What?
Wow, I hate to say it, but Space Jam was definitely the best option.
I agree. I don't want to agree, but I agree.
I'm fighting that, but it's true.
The rest of them just hurt. I'm like, I don't want the rest of those.
Is the melon baller part of the DIY appendix kit?
I almost went melon baller, but I have to go for that one.
Look,
I have to go for the Space Jam.
I need to get this appendix out somehow, some way.
Toffee, what's your vote?
Well, it doesn't matter if they're both
I know,
guessing.
but he still needs...
Yeah. I was going to say melon baller.
Oh, you were going
thank
to
you.
say
Melon
melon
baller is my backup, but I'm sticking with Space Jam.
Ah, that's me.
Mo wins one. Right off the bat.
Yep.
Good job.
Was Mo also melon baller?
No, Mo was Adam and Steve.
All right, next dilemma. This is a question. What did Moses leave behind in Egypt to mock Pharaoh?
Oh, Adam and Steve would have been great for that.
Adam and Steve would have been wonderful.
Oh, man.
Let's see.
Oh, gosh.
That one. And...
Also, the Twitch chat says you might have 2 feeds running from Discord because there was an echo in the Discord chat.
Oh, fart.
Thanks, Tristan.
Hold on.
And thanks, Lark.
Say something again, Lark.
Say something again,
Yep,
Lark.
there it is. Okay. There, I should have fixed it by now. Sorry, we have a new computer and I had to reset up everything in Discord. And I knew I was going to miss something.
Hold on. We have a new computer.
Yeah, we have a new computer up here.
That's an
Finally,
exciting thing.
one that'll work.
Anyway.
All right. What did Moses leave behind in Egypt to mock Pharaoh? Naruto running it with perfect form. Is it Naruto?
Naruto.
Naruto. Running with perfect form. What did Moses leave behind in Egypt to mock Pharaoh? Having to always wear pants. What did Moses leave? What did Moses leave behind in Egypt to mock Pharaoh? A prison shank with WWJD written on it. And what did Moses leave behind in Egypt to mock Pharaoh? Will Wheaton's awkward facial hair.
I don't
Wow.
like any of the options.
Stop complaining about the options, Lark, and pick your best one.
Pants. It's pants.
Was that
I have
Kayla
to
that
go
said
with the
pants?
shank.
Anyway.
I have to go with the shank.
Shank. So one for shank, one for pants. So what was yours, Toffee?
Pants.
Pants. That's mine.
Shank was my backup.
All right, I got one too. Thank you guys.
For
What if it was us
shame.
being like, well, the one that the binary person picked was my backup guess.
That's funny.
All right, 1-1. Next one. Grace cannot be gained by accepting blank.
This is where you should have put the shank.
Melon baller. It's always going to be melon baller now.
Melon baller.
Always going to be melon baller now.
All right, got my two.
I don't. Okay, whatever.
Oh no. It's hilarious to watch the stream while listening because the stream is behind, so I have the tab
bit.
muted, but also I'm seeing your faces like a good 30 seconds behind.
All right. Grace cannot be gained by accepting taco farts. Grace cannot be gained by accepting a pulled hamstring. Grace cannot be gained by accepting the mighty wind of God. Grace cannot be gained by accepting several cheeses.
I'm sorry, taco fart.
Jesus.
Being followed
Cheese.
by the mighty wind of
Cheese.
God.
Really?
Jesus.
The mighty wind of God is.
Okay, I heard 2 for cheese.
Two picking cheeses
I have
over
to go with
taco
the taco
farts?
farts.
I thought taco farts
right.
was a winner for sure.
Taco farts was great, and it made the mighty wind of God have a completely different meaning.
All right, Mo's got 2. I got 1. Next dilemma. I can't believe they added blank to the Superman origin story. All right.
Melon baller.
Melon baller.
It's the prison shank again. Any of them were appropriate.
No, it's Will Wheaton's facial hair.
Will we? Oh, no. Yep. Lark wins. Sorry, Lark gets the belt.
I won't be here for the belt contest MTV next week.
All right, here we go. I can't believe they added river dancing to the Superman origin story. I can't believe they added a full-on panic attack to the Superman origin story. I can't believe they added intense xenophobia to the Superman origin story. I can't believe they added the mating rituals of some nerds to the Superman origin story.
The only one that didn't make me sad inside.
The mating rituals didn't make you sad?
Yes. The
I gotta
rest
go
of
with the
them made me
nerds.
sad.
What was the first one again?
River dancing?
River dancing was just
Oh.
odd. The middle two made me sad, so I'm going with the last one.
I'm going to say, I know it's not going to win, but I'm going to go with the panic attack because I think it's awesome that they have that represented, in the DCU. That'd be great.
And Toffee,
Get some
what was your
advocacy in
answer?
there.
Toffee.
That's the last one.
The nerds one?
nerds,
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's 2 for me now.
Both of Matt's cards were the only ones that got boats. Ugh.
Did I get 2 now?
Letting me down, peeps. Letting me down.
All right, next. My obsession with blank is why I am a nerd.
Melon baller.
Melon ballers.
River dance.
Will Wheaton's facial hair.
Adam and Steve.
That one. That one.
Well, Matt's laughter that I just saw on stream is boding well.
My what?
Your laugh.
The fact that I just saw you laugh on stream is probably boding well for this.
My obsession with that one VeggieTales story about adultery that they told with rubber duckies is why I'm a nerd. My obsession with TikTok dances during worship is why I am a nerd. My obsession with growing the heck up is why I am a nerd. And my obsession with losing your best sword in a fat king's belly is why I am a nerd.
Oh, Team Ehud. No, my vote's for VeggieTale adultery ducks.
My vote is for VeggieTales because I always vote for VeggieTales because it's VeggieTales.
But mad props to whoever picked Ehud because that's like one of my favorite stories.
VeggieTales.
It's a sweet because I was going to choose VeggieTales.
Yeah, that's 3 for me.
Done.
So A is correct.
What did they say? King George was Funko Pop.
Funko Pop before its time.
That's
She
funny.
ain't
All
wrong.
right. Matt has 3. I have 2.
All right. New dilemma. If you look into my closet and under the floorboards, you will find blank.
A telltale heart.
No.
Just
Okay.
a full-on beating heart.
Oh.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
That one, I guess.
I mean, you could also find a melon baller.
A melon baller.
I better get this one.
All right.
Listen, y'all. Listen.
No.
If you look into my closet and under the floorboards, you will find all my dead hopes and dreams. If you look into my closet and under the floorboards, you will find a vaccine for bad breath. If you look under the closet or into my closet and under the floorboards, you will find Grand Theft Auto. And if you look under my closet,
one?
and if you look into my closet and under the floorboards, you will find a ghost.
Snap. Hopes and dreams.
Hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams.
Wow, good job. This is a very
That one was hilarious.
evenly split game so far.
All my dead hopes and dreams.
All right. Next dilemma, 3-3.
Hopes and dreams go to the closet to die.
With Grand Theft Auto.
And under the floorboards.
You will probably get a stern warning from your church if you tithe with blank.
TikTok dancing.
That one. That one.
I don't understand. None of my
None of my
None of my
good.
That was lovely.
Loving it.
I don't want to use that one.
You laid it down. You laid it down.
You zip your lip. You be
Lay
quiet.
me down, lay me down.
You will probably get a stern warning from your church if you tithe with dessert potlucks. You will probably get a stern warning from your church.
Wait, what did you say?
Dessert potlucks.
Okay, because it sounded like you said books.
Dessert.
Somebody's
potlucks.
projecting.
You will probably get a stern warning from your church if you tithe with the sun. You will probably get a stern warning from your church if you tithe with Hitler's rise to power. You will probably get a stern warning from your church if you tithe with LinkedIn.
None of these.
The
are
whole
good.
None
sun.
of the above.
The sun.
Can you read the list again?
Dessert potlucks, the sun, Hitler's rise to power, and LinkedIn.
I'm going to go with
Ugh.
LinkedIn because I know people who would try that.
Dessert potlucks.
Oh, Toffee, you said the sun, didn't you?
Yes.
All right,
All right,
Oriole.
Oriole.
You got to choose. Oriole in our chat. Options, or the prompt again is you will probably get a stern warning from your church if you tithe with blank. The options are dessert potlucks, the sun, Hitler's rise to power, and LinkedIn. And whatever Oriole says goes.
We're waiting.
Time to sing the Jeopardy song in our heads while we wait for chat to catch up.
LinkedIn.
Hey! We vibe
Mo
together.
gets her fourth.
Yeah.
She's back in the lead. All right.
Yes.
Let's not do that one. That one's a thinker.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to think. It hurts.
Oh gosh, this one too. If it's got 1940s in it, let's just not. All right. When we do quote unquote life together, it always ends with blank. Okay, that one.
Dessert potlucks.
A melon baller.
Adam and Steve.
I feel like we just had a story arc.
We've had a whole blown something tonight.
Put it down.
Hush.
Put it down.
This is a very important one. Either I win or we tie.
Well, no. We'll be tied, but we won't tie.
Well, I'm
like,
just
one of
saying.
us will still win.
Either I win or I don't win right now.
Got it. When we do life together, it always ends with sitting through a poetry reading you have to pretend to like. When we do life together, it always ends with my newborn twins, COVID and Corona. When we do life together, it always ends with being woke enough to end your prayer with a women. And when we do life together, it always ends with praying that the rapture will happen immediately.
What was the first one again?
Rapture.
Sitting through a poetry reading you have to pretend to like.
Rapture.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Rapture.
Rapture.
Dang.
Which shows something about our opinions of our friends.
Dang. And Mo wins, guys. Y'all just handed Mo the victory.
Thanks, guys.
To be fair, she earned it.
She did.
Thank
she earned
you.
it with my jokes.
See, he can't even just give
No,
me
And a
a
melon
win.
baller.
Actually, most of these are still Mike Mordenga's jokes.
You're not even an original. You're a copycat.
Thank you guys very much for joining in.
Been a party.
And I'm going to need to get my original 3 judges back next time.
Nope.
Were you original 3 again?
Oriole, Threy, I think, and
KY?
either KY or
Yeah.
Tad.
See, I've
Was it
been
KY?
gone the last few
Okay.
weeks.
It was
'cause I
KY.
keep either being exhausted or in D&D, and this was a week I had neither. Well, I was exhausted, but that was at 6 p.m.
So it was not Threy, it was Tad.
It was
but,
Tad.
Yeah.
That's right.
But it
Why
was-
was Thway fired?
I don't know.
We didn't fire her. Somebody else fired her.
All right. Love you guys. Thank y'all.
Love you.
E-
Now it's time for Mo's Fact of the Day.
In Australia, on September 13th, 2002, in an internet forum, there appeared the following post by Nathan Hope. Drunk at a mate's 21st, I tripped over and landed lip first with front teeth coming a very close to second on a second set of steps. I had a hole about 1 centimeter long right through my bottom lip, and sorry about the focus, it was a selfie. Mr. Hope, however, denied coining the term selfie, claiming it was a common slang, and over the years, linguists have analyzed this phenomenon and pointed out that it is a typical feature of the Australian language to shorten words and end them with IE, citing how barbecue and postman became Barbie and Posty. Respectively in local usage. That was part of the following sentence, sorry. Previous sentence. In 2003, selfie was the most used word of the year.
I do know that when I watch the How Ridiculous guys on YouTube, they do trick shots and then they take like slow motion cameras of them,
Yeah.
footage, and they always say, all right, let's watch the slowy.
Slowy.
And so I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had chips on one show, and they had one that was folded over on itself, and they called it a bendy.
A
And then I
bendy?
called it a bendy when you pulled out one. I think it was on the cucumber chip taste.
yep,
Like, you got a bendy.
Yep.
know?
Okay, I said
think
in
that's right.
2003, selfie was the most used word of the year, and it was 2013.
2013, guys.
Yeah, it was definitely not 2003. That was the year we graduated high school, Matt.
Trishan says that's a true story.
Yeah.
That is how they do that.
Yeah.
Do that thing. Down in the Australia.
Selfie was originally in Australia. Well, it began in Australia.
It likely
That's what it said.
existed.
Prior to that, it was not
Yeah.
a word. But
Right.
Nathan Hope was like, no, it's a word because that's what we do. We add IE to the end.
And now it's over to our weird news desk.
Here's a story you may not have heard yet.
French poutineery.
Yeah.
It sounds awful. Poutineery.
Poutineery?
Tells customers it's not linked to the Russian president after threats.
Well, yeah.
Yep. A chain of restaurants in France specializing in the Canadian delicacy poutine is distancing itself from Russian President Vladimir Putin and his regime after it says it's been getting threatening calls from the public since the invasion of Ukraine. The Maison de la Poutine, which has locations in Paris and Toulouse.
Yes, that's correct.
Posted a message on its social media Thursday saying it's received calls of insults and threats since the Russian dictator, whose last name sounds a lot like the Made in Canada delicacy, but it's obviously spelled differently, launched a war with Ukraine. The mix-up appears to stem from the fact that the translation for the Russian president's last name, Putin, in French is poutine. So...
I mean,
it's the same word. It's the same word in
not.
France. In France, it's pronounced the same way.
It's pronounced poutine, but his name is Putin.
Right, but in French,
no,
the translation,
poutine.
it just says right here, the
It's
translation is poutine in French.
People have to put better emphasis on the letters and parts of speech.
Our dish was born in Quebec in the 1950s, and the stories to tell its origin are numerous. But one thing is certain, poutine was created by passionate cooks who wanted to bring joy and comfort to their customers, the company wrote on Twitter to set the record straight. The House of Poutine, that's the name of the business. That's gotta be
Poutine, not
awful.
Putin.
But again, it's pronounced the same. Well, you have a restaurant basically named the House of Putin in France. Has worked since its first day to perpetuate these values, and today brings its most sincere support to the Ukrainian people who are courageously fighting for their freedom against the tyrannical Russian regime. I mean, that's just bad luck. That's just bad translation luck right there. I totally get it.
What the heck is that word?
Malheureusement.
KY. I'm so confused.
Oh, I feel like you've said that a lot, that exact phrase.
KY.
KY. I'm so confused. You pronounce it the same in French, yeah.
Yeah.
Malheureusement. Malheureusement. That's what I said. That's exactly how I pronounce it.
Malheureusement.
Malheureusement.
Sure. Hey, do you want to know how I knew that you pronounced the name of the town correctly?
Toulouse.
Yeah, you want to know? Toulouse.
I know. I'm going to guess.
Okay.
Aristocats.
Yes! Very good! You win! I'm proud of you for knowing that.
Thank you.
Good job.
Before we go, we want to share some things that we hate.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to give you mine.
Yep, go for it.
Colds. Colds suck.
I didn't see that coming.
I do apologize to everyone who's listening and hearing me being either very vocally restrained or coughing in the background. It is not pleasant, but it has been 3 weeks, I think, without a show or a full week of shows. And we just had to buckle up and do it.
Yep, we did. Are you ready for mine?
What's yours, Mo?
Dog fur.
Huh?
Dog fur.
You don't like dog fur? Dog fur.
Dog fur. I said it and realized
What's a dog fur?
just how southern I sounded. Dog fur. Dog fur. Everywhere. It drives me insane. We have a husky. She's a husky German Shepherd mix. And she sheds like crazy. And it's white. She is an all white fluffy dog. And there's white dog fur all over my house. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Can't walk out of the house without being covered in Athena hair.
That's literally one of the top 3 reasons I don't want dogs.
Yeah, and that's followed by your top two, which is I don't want dogs and I don't want dogs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
I mean, I like dogs as long as they're not mine.
So, but here's the thing. You can get dogs that do not shed. Like,
Yeah, hair dogs. Ugh.
yeah. Sip
And I
and
have to
Samantha's.
tell everybody it's a hair dog.
Well, yeah. So Sip
Ugh.
and Samantha's dogs don't shed.
That just
and
makes me
then,
think of a hot dog that's been rolling around in a barbershop.
That's disgusting. Our Bostons do not shed. They're hypoallergenic. But, man, Athena sheds enough for all of them. She really does. And Ace is the tiniest one out of the entire bunch. And he loses more fur than all of them combined in a day. How is he not bald at this point? I don't get it. He's about to be 15 years old and shedding like nobody's business. Still tons of fur. I hate dog fur. I hate it. Dog fur. Mm-hmm.
Hair dog. Hairy dog.
Dog's hair.
Hairy hot dog.
Dog fur. Yeah.
Did you know that there's an artist, a Christian artist from the 80s and 90s that has something in common with dropping a hamburger at the beach?
I got sandy buns.
Sandy Patty.
I liked my joke better. Sandy buns.
But it doesn't make sense with the setup.
Well, I mean, I had no idea. No idea where you were going with that. Should have known it was Sandy Patty because she was like on the rotation for my specials that I would sing when I was growing up.
Yeah. That was that. Her and Ray Boltz were the
No,
were the rotation back then.
her and Point of Grace.
Well, no, I mean like the female and the male.
Oh.
Different.
Okay.
Yeah. Point of Grace. That was good.
Point of Grace.
I liked Point of Grace.
Oh, I loved Point of Grace.
Life, love, and other mysteries. That was them, right? And then The Great Divide. Didn't they do that one? Mm-hmm. Great Divide.
The Great Divide. Faith, Hope, and Love.
Faith, Hope, and Love. That was good stuff.
I just had like a brain fart. Anyway, we won't keep our listeners for any longer.
What's in with our verse for the day?
Our verse for the day is First Chronicles 29:21. Both riches and honor come from you, and you rule over all. In your hand are power and might, and in your hand it is to make great and to give strength to all.
In my head, I heard you say First Corinthians.
So I wanted to make sure it wasn't Corinthians. So I had to take a pause, and then I chuckled at the thought of, Trump. 1 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians is my favorite book of the Bible. Oh, gracious. What a good time that was.
Yeah. Can we go? Never mind. Can't get political up in this piece. But sometimes I wanna.
Oh, that was funny. Can we go? Never mind. And that's how the episode ended. That's how it's over. Then we're done.
You're welcome.
Okay, one more show, and this one's going to have our Discord chat, Discord discussion. Doesn't have to be super long, but we would love it if anybody who is willing can jump in.
Can I run down and turn the air down?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Oh, we have people in here. Is that okay?
But not here. I mean, they won't feel this one.
Okay.
This is in the back.
I'm wearing my pajamas downstairs. I'm probably going to run into somebody.
Right, yeah. Someone will be there. So, before we got started, about half an hour before Mo got here, she sent me a text message that said, here, let me read it verbatim here. She sent me a text message that said, listen up. There will be zero judgment of how I look tonight. Got it? With several question marks and exclamation points. I said, LOL, I can only account for me, not everybody else. And apparently she got dressed like in an appropriate outfit to come here and then thought, nah, I don't want to do that. and got undressed again and put her jammies back on just to come up here. And I think that's hilarious. She got the day off today because it snowed. It snowed all of like a quarter of an inch. And because she turned the air on, she just locked herself out of the office. I'm going to let her figure that out. She turned the air on and the air sucked the door closed. Close the door on yourself. You're going to have to go get a key. I left my keys down in the office.
And you're on the other side where you can open the door.
No, it's got a lock on this side too.
Open the door.
Yeah, dead air now.
If only they could have heard my side of the argument.
I'm pretty sure they could hear you. Hey, Baxter Toots. Haven't seen that name up in here in a while.
Up in here. Up in here.
Church Flicks is a game that I came up with.
Aww.
That I was excited for. It plays very similarly to Sunday School Answers, but what you're doing is you're building like a church, not a church, but like a Christian film script, essentially. And so each like dilemma card is setting up a scene, and then the blank is what the next line is, and then all the answer cards are like famous TV show and movie lines, and you're trying to come up with the funniest scene, essentially. I thought it would be great, and couldn't sell a single copy.
It's because we weren't friends with
Not one.
these people.
That's
then.
true.
I really do feel like KY's family would love that.
I
I
bet.
feel like that's right up their alley.
I bet a lot of people would enjoy it, but since nice, that would be fun. Since Mike gave us Sunday School Answers, I abandoned that idea anyway, and we've been focusing on this. We might come back to it.
So
once
what
Sunday
you're
School
saying
Answers-
is it's in the bottom of your closet beneath the floorboard.
the floorboards.
All your hopes and dreams.
One day we might activate it again. It's still on our site, but it's not like visible. But if I can get enough hype for it, maybe we will.
Hype, 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 hype. Okay.
Oh yeah, hey Baxter Toots. I completely forgot. You had a baby.
You had a baby?
You had a baby.
Wait, I feel like... Didn't we find out when they were pregnant? Like, weren't we a part of that whole, like, hey, we're having a
That
baby?
was on. Yeah, it was on Among Us.
Uh-huh.
Right guy told us. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And now the baby's here?
Baby's done been here.
Oh my
That's how long
goodness.
it's been since you played Among Us.
I could have had a baby.
A baby.
A baby. Oh,
A little bitty baby.
man.
All right. Let's do our Thursday show.
Thursday show.
Thursday.
Show.
All right.
Rise and shine, nerds.
You're tuned in to episode 452 of the Back Row Morning Show, proudly a part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network. I'm Radio Matt, the station manager and chief radio nerd here at LTN. I'm a third-generation radio dude and a lifelong nerd.
And I'm Mo, sidekick to the chief radio nerd, here to bring the facts and fire to your day, and I need a little more coffee.
Today on the show, we are talking about new robot assistants.
Also on the show today, what is the most annoying accent in America?
But first, today's Thursday, March 17th, 2020, and we got some holidays to celebrate.
Absolutely. It is National Burp on Air Day, National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day.
Corned beef and cabbage.
Do you like corned beef and cabbage?
Never
say-
had it.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming I wouldn't.
Okay, but I actually kind of think that you probably would.
Why? Why
Well-
did you think that about me?
You like cabbage, right? It's one of the
I
things.
like uncooked cabbage. I like cabbage in a salad.
cabbage in a salad.
Salad cabbage.
I use cabbage.
Cabbage in a salad.
Ins-
Cabbage in a salad. Cabbage in a salad.
I use cabbage instead of lettuce on my tacos.
Yeah, that's
Shredded.
an okay.
I
Yeah,
love it. Shredded
that's an
cabbage.
okay swap.
Anyway, I feel like you would like corned beef. I mean, as a meat, you would like
I'm not
it.
even sure what corned beef is.
It's corned beef.
What does that mean? How do you corn a beef?
It's the seasonings that it's.
I feel like there's more to it than that.
Oh no, mind your business. Just eat it.
I don't know. Just shut up and eat it.
That's right. Don't ask questions. Just eat your food. Your mama didn't tell you that when you were little.
No,
That's,
because she's the same way I am.
well, but that's what's wrong with you today, my friend.
Yeah, and that's why our middle child eats a whole lot of grilled cheese sandwiches.
You gotta say, don't ask questions. Just eat your food. Yeah.
So I thought I was Irish for most of my life.
Most of my life. But you're not.
And then, we found out
That you're actually.
that we're actually just straight up basic white Anglo-Saxon, just normal English folk.
Yeah.
So
You know, I have to tell
I'm
you.
actually Native American.
This is, hold on. So this is like a total side conversation here, but for the month of February and even a couple days into March, we were doing Black History Month in the library.
Yes.
And I for real had one of my students say, Miss Mo, I don't want to ask you this and it come across as rude, but like, you're white.
Question
So-
mark? And that's it.
Why are you teaching us about Black History Month?
Oh.
And I was like, homie, listen. First things first, I'm the realist.
I need to show you my Spotify playlist.
But then I had to explain to them, truthfully,
Realist. What the heck's wrong with you? Number one, I'm the realist. Number two, you can D-list.
number 3, you are racist. Anyway, I had to really point out the fact that I grew up in Eastern North Carolina, where in a town where I was the minority. And so I grew up around Black culture. And a lot of the people who helped and influenced my raising were Black women, Black Southern women who I went to church with. And so that same kid is like, so are you saying you're kind of Black? And I was like, listen, if you could look at my soul,
Just in spirit.
you would see that, yes, I would say that my soul is 100% African American.
If you could see how she dealt with the coffee overflowing earlier, you would know she's 100% white. That was the whitest thing I've ever seen Mo do. Ah, it's burning. How does it keep coming out? Do you want to put it in another cup? Oh, there's other cups.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway.
So funny.
But then I had to go on to explain to them that actually, by heritage, I am more Cherokee Indian, more Native American than I'm anything. And then they all have the right to look at me and be like, but you have blonde hair and blue eyes.
You're like Hitler's ideal person.
They don't get it. Ugh, whatever.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, hey, it's also St. Patrick's Day.
I have like literally zero anything else. I'm just straight up like I don't have any Indian.
Nothing.
I don't have anything of any ethnicity in me. Which I don't know what that means about my lineage. But then again, I also don't really know much about my father's side.
So that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
and he doesn't really know.
Yeah.
So I might actually, and we just might not know. I don't really know anything about my dad's side of the family beyond his dad. So I don't have any records beyond that. So I don't know.
Don't know anything about his mom?
Yeah, his mom's what we thought. Or no. His dad is what we thought was Irish, and then we found out that wasn't true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything there.
Interesting. Yeah. You need to make that a goal of yours.
Yeah, 23andMe, I guess.
Yeah.
I never really thought about it before.
Yeah.
I also really don't care.
Oh, see, that's something that is so interesting to me.
Like, I think some comedian said this. Is like, I'm not going to do that and then find out that I was related to Abe Lincoln. Because if I was related to Abe Lincoln, I would know. The only people you're going to find in the history that you didn't know about you're related to are going to be bad people.
Well, but I don't necessarily want to know, like, people.
Sure.
Now, I will say there was a time where I did want to know people, but that was because I had a sister that I had never met.
Right. Yeah.
But I find it very interesting, like when we talked about going on our trip to Tennessee, and that area of Tennessee is all Cherokee background.
Yeah.
Names of different things and the towns and whatnot. And it's German and Native American, which I am Irish and German on my dad's side, and I am Native American and Irish on my mom's side. So to me, being kind of in that environment and seeing different things that lean towards those lines of heritage,
Yeah.
it's just interesting. It's fun. Yeah, anyway.
I get it.
Yeah.
Daedra's a quarter Hispanic. So my kids are an eighth Hispanic.
Yeah.
That's as much ethnicity we've got in there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was interesting. And awkward.
Yeah.
It's time for our Thursday rant.
Oh, okay.
Mo.
See, but I'm not really in the ranting rant.
You want me to like punch you or something? Get you angry? Right there. You ready? Here we go. Like the frog punch where you stick your knuckle out. And I was like, do it and see what happens.
You saw me at my whitest earlier. You about to see my soul. You punched me like that. Okay, but for real, Matt, why exactly are potato chip bags always half full of air?
I think it's supposed to be a packaging thing so they don't get crushed.
I mean, sure, but can we not come up with like a better packaging thing so that maybe it comes in a...
Right,
exactly. Yeah. I am sick and tired of paying full price for a bag of potato chips and getting half of what I've paid for. Honestly.
Pringles?
Yeah, exactly. Prinkles. Prinkles. Why can't Lay's...
Sprinkles without the S?
Would you hush? It's Pringles.
But she wrote Prinkles.
She obviously accidentally hit the K instead of the G.
In the end? I know. I get
well,
it.
look,
I'm
and
sorry,
now
right.
she said Pingles. She forgot the R.
Now it's Pingles. Pringles. Come on, Threy.
Anyway,
I love
there's
you, Threy.
out of all of the potato chip brands that we have, only one has gotten it right. Only one with their can packaging.
Lay's has them too.
Yeah. And tell me how many of those Lays come messed up because theirs is in a plastic tube as opposed to a
I don't ever buy
cardboard
them.
tube.
Why would I buy them? I have Pringles. We have Prinkles.
I don't. You may buy Prinkles. I buy Pingles.
She wrote, I give up. Nargles.
That's my rant, though. I am sick and tired of buying a pack of chips.
Look, no, you're absolutely right. But like,
did I say that right?
A bag of chips. But there are some, like I understand that necessity, but there are some that seem to be absolutely ridiculous. Like it's literally a third of the bag.
No, I know.
Like if the little window that you have cut out for the chips isn't full of chips,
exactly,
you shouldn't have the window there.
Uh-huh. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, that's my rant.
Those are not potato chips, though. Pringles are not potato chips.
Why are they not?
Potato crisps. But they're not chips because they are pulped and then formed. To be a potato chip, it has to be sliced and fried.
Maybe they have it the right way.
Baked Lays also don't count because they are also pulped and formed.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of chip that I like. And also, there is something about a bag of baked Lays. You get 3/4 of a bag of baked Lays as opposed to half of a bag, or it's something about.
Yeah, it's because they're like flat, aren't they? Like, aren't they like
Possibly.
straight flat? Like they don't have any bend
No, they
to
have
them,
a
do
little
they?
bit of a bend on the
Do they?
edges, just a little bit on. Just a little bend.
Dancing. Little bend.
Little edges are bent. But if that was the case, then why wouldn't Doritos
You
be
mean
the
the
same?
edges are not straight edges? Is that what you're saying?
No.
But you're saying it does actually
Like it
fold.
has a-
Okay. It does have like a curve to it.
Like a curling iron took a slight curve to it.
okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Doritos. Yeah, you're right. Doritos would be the same. They're flat.
Uh-huh. And they're one of the worst for air in their packages.
They are. You're right.
Yeah.
Tortilla chips in general.
Yes. I don't
the
understand.
worst.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
But we are being ripped off.
Meanwhile, Fritos will stuff that bag full.
Well, and I think because for the most part, they're already broken. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if they break any more than what they already are. The chip itself is like a broken chip. Right?
I don't know. This is a weird rant.
Listen, it might be a weird rant, but it's definitely a valid rant.
KY Redhead says, or Oriole says on the package, it actually says potato crisps. KY Redhead says, chip is defined as a thin slice of food, typically potato, made crisp by being fried, baked, or dried and eaten as a snack. So fruit leather? Oh, that reminds me of that fruit leather we tried as a taste test.
The banana.
Banana, was it banana like walnut? Didn't they have walnut
Something.
in
Banana something.
it? Banana pecan, maybe?
It tasted like
It was so bad.
leathered baby food.
It was so gross.
Yeah, it was not good. All right.
Lark, thank you for that. Why did you just now
Hey.
tell me this? 13 months. 13 months.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
A year and a month.
Okay. Are we ready? Are we moving on to my fact of the day, Matthew? My fact?
Yes.
All right.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Now it's time for oh, dang it. Now it's time for Mo's fact of the day.
The meal that became a St. Patrick's Day staple across the country, corned beef and cabbage, was an American innovation. While ham and cabbage were eaten in Ireland, corned beef offered a cheaper substitute for the Irish immigrants living in lower Manhattan in the late 19th century and early 20th century. They would purchase leftover corned beef from ships that were returning from the tea trade in China. The Irish would boil the beef 3 times, the last time with cabbage to remove some of the brine.
All right.
Yeah.
I always think of a Brian Regan joke when I hear corned beef and cabbage. She said he has a friend who's Italian, and he says he speaks Italian, but he doesn't speak Italian. He just uses an accent whenever he says Italian dishes. So, hey, you should come over to my mom's house. She makes a great manicotti.
Mozzarella.
She makes it al dente with a sprinkle cheese. He goes, I have an Irish heritage. I don't say, hey, come over to my house. We're going to have corned beef and cabbage. Oh, man.
Exactly.
So it's over to our weird news desk now.
Here's a news story you might not have heard yet.
Speaking of accents, we've got a bunch of polls from Preply.com about the accents here in America
Okay.
and what are the ones we like and dislike the most.
Okay.
And specifically one that's what's the what's the sexiest,
Ooh.
what's the smartest sounding, and also the most annoying.
Okay.
So let's start with the best and the worst.
Okay.
The best is a Southern accent. Did you see that coming?
No.
Yeah.
To me, it's annoying.
The worst, apparently, is the Appalachian accent, which I don't know what that is. How
I
does
take
that go?
huge offense to that. That would be more of like a Tennessee. But what do they have?
The options are Southern. Well, here's the order from best to worst. Southern, New York, Midwestern, Texas, Chicago, Boston, Hawaiian, Southern Californian, New Orleans or Cajun, Philadelphia, Long Island, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and Appalachian.
Hold on. Let's see. Really quick. Really quick.
Do you know what they're saying?
Yes and no.
Instead of saying carry it in the house, you'd say tote it in the house.
That's the
Like
Appalachian?
you had something that you wanted to
Stop it.
put
I
in a
hate
paper
it so
bag.
much.
You put
This
the
is my
paper
family.
book, instead of a paper bag.
This is literally
Well,
your
the way
family?
people talk around here, I guess it'd be what more like you call hillbilly style or something. I guess I don't know, just mountain talk.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
That's Appalachian.
Yeah, mountain
And
talk.
it's actually Appalachian. It's not Appalachian.
Sorry.
It's Appalachian.
Hillbilly sounded by the mountain talk.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yep. Going down to the Piggly Wiggly.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Get myself a can of skull.
Oh. And have I ever told you the story about my pop with my mom in the grocery store when she was like 16?
No.
You said skull and it reminded me.
I think that's the first time I've ever even said that word my entire life, just now. But let's hear the story.
First things first, let me tell you, when my grandparents grew up, they grew up in the hills of North Carolina. That's what they call it, the hills of North Carolina, way up in the mountains. So they are true hillbillies. Okay, then when my grandparents got married, my grandfather got a job with General Motors in Baltimore. And so that moved them up to Maryland. And, Maryland is more city folk. And they had my mom. My mom goes off to kindergarten. And within the first couple weeks of school, my grandparents get a call saying that they need to come in, that my mom is behind and needs to be tested for special education. Okay. They sit down at the desk. They tell her, they say, Mr. and Mrs. Sheets, listen, Pam just really isn't comprehending. She's not reading on the same level. What we're really concerned with, though, is the way that she speaks. And my pop opened up his mouth and said, well, ma'am, I gotta let you know. And they stopped him right there and said, never mind. It's not that she's behind.
Yeah, ma'am. Gotta let you know, we don't cotton too much to this kind of tomfoolery.
So
we'll definitely keep her on her P's and Q's and take her down to the
all right, that's
Walmart there
enough. Stop making fun of my grandparents.
Buy herself one of them tapes that she can listen to at night to be,
All right, so fast forward about 16 years. No, not quite that long, about 10 years. My pop and my mom are in the grocery store, and my pop is at the checkout, and he notices my mom looking at a couple of boys that are the aisle over. And my pop, being the huge jokester that he always was, he goes, hey, sis, can you go get me a can of that chew from over there, that chewing tobacco? And so she goes and gets it to him and brings it over. And just as she's handing it to him, he very loudly, and he was a big man, always very big, very loud. Now, sis, I done told you that if you keep on chewing this stuff, you're going to rot your teeth right out of your head. I don't know what you're thinking, but you have got to go put this stuff back. I am not paying for it. And my mom said she about lost it. Yep. So in the middle of Baltimore in a grocery store. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry there, sweetheart. Did you fancy them two boys over there? Sorry about that. Didn't mean to embarrass you here.
That's my family. Anyway.
Here at the Piggly Wiggly.
Little side note.
All right.
Makes me sad that Appalachian is last.
Sexiest American accent. What do you think it is?
I feel like the only people taking these quizzes are men, and so they're going to say Southern.
You right.
Yeah.
Southern accent.
I would say like a Bostonian accent.
Is the sexiest accent for you?
Yeah.
You are such white garbage.
Rude.
Want to know why?
Why?
Because that's the most annoying accent.
What?
In America, the Boston accent.
Okay, but then number 2 is Southern.
That's true.
How does that make any sense?
I don't know. You can be annoyed by the things that you find sexy.
Whatever.
And the smartest sounding
That's what
accent
Deidre says about
apparently
you
is New
every
York.
day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She tells me every day, you're lucky you're pretty. Well, I guess, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I am.
Oh man. Okay, so
Apparently, the New York accent is the smartest sounding accent.
I kind of get that.
Yeah.
I also think that it's the rudest. If I hear a New Yorker, I'm going to be like,
I'm learning here. It's smart. You get it?
Shut up. But maybe, actually, I think Chicago might.
The freaking library can't keep your dang mouth shut.
Yeah, exactly. See? Yeah.
Trying to learn how to conjugate a verb over here.
Okay, so accents are one of my favorite things. I really do love trying to pick out where someone is from.
Yeah.
By their accent. Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time not mimicking the accent of someone I'm talking to.
Then you make yourself look like a moron.
And I don't mean to.
Yeah,
but it's worse when it's like
it's like accent?
It's like Indian accents. Oh. So, we had people in the church that came here for a long time that were Indian. And I really had to stop myself from mimicking their accent while they're talking to me.
Like what was the guy from?
They speak fast and.
What was the guy from The Simpsons?
Apu.
Yeah. That's what I think of every time.
And that's how I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't slip into the Apu accent. Mm-hmm. No, not meaning to. It just happens.
Yeah.
And the most trustworthy American accent, according to this poll, is the Midwestern accent.
So those are the people who just talk normally. That's us. Like, there is no Midwestern. When you break down the fact that there's a Chicago and there's a Texas and there's a Minnesota, there is no Midwestern. Those are the people who talk normal without any accent whatsoever.
KY says that's why news anchors learn Midwestern.
Exactly.
But the Raymaker says lies. So.
The Raymaker.
Tristan feels me. I've done that so many times. You really have to pay attention to yourself. Were you about to have soda come out your nose, or what's going on?
Well, I mean, you said something that just made me about spit my water everywhere. That was all. That was
What'd
all.
I say?
Tristan feels me. I've done that a million times. That's what you said.
Oh gosh.
You said it. You the one that said it.
Megan Oaks, everybody. All right. We need people to jump into our Discord, because we're going to have ourselves a Discord chisel.
Chisel.
A chisel. We're going to be talking about the next evolution of home AI assistants.
I done told you.
Need a couple people to jump in, please.
You.
KY's up in here. All right.
Up in here. Oh, can I tell you? I gotta tell you. I about had a heart attack the other day.
Stop touching me. Why? Why did you about have a heart attack?
Called my mom to ask her something about.
Sorry.
Would you hush? To ask her something about the wedding week, right?
Yeah.
And she answers the phone. Hello, and sounded exactly like my Nana. And my Nana passed away. And I'm not even kidding. Like, it did not sound like my mom trying to sound like my Nana. It didn't sound like my mom turning into my Nana. No, it didn't sound like my mom at all. It sounded like my Nana. And so my mom said, for a good 20 seconds, you just sat there silent until you were finally like, hello? And I told her, I said, yeah, I'm on my way to go get a coffee on my lunch break. And I don't think that I need to get a coffee now because my heart is racing so incredibly fast, thinking that my grandmother has come back from the dead and is answering her daughter's phone.
Oh, man. That's funny.
Hello.
All right. We got a couple people in chat. We'll just roll with these two here. Oh, is Brother Mod going to join? Has Brother Mod even been here?
Brother Mod.
Brother Mod. In the chat? I haven't seen Brother Mod.
Brother Mod. I think it was KY that said she thinks it was Brother Mod who sent us the package, which we also...
Oh, maybe, yeah.
We were under the same assumption because it said Taste Test Gurus.
Taste Test Gurus.
And we thought that it was Brother Mod who called us that, right?
It's quite possible. Brother Mod or Tad, I thought. I couldn't remember which. No problem, Oriole. We appreciate you anyway.
Oh, he commented on Discord. Apparently, reading I'm exhausted makes
Made you
you
tired.
yawn. So, oy.
All right. Well, we have been talking about the state of AI in 2022. And one of the newest steps in home-based artificial intelligence was announced last September. And this was Astro, a robot dog that is like a mobile Alexa that will roll around your house. And here's some of the things that it's being touted that it can do. Amazon Astro uses advanced navigation technology to find its way around your home and go where you need it. When you're not using Astro, it will hang out close by at the ready. So it'll kind of follow you around the house, but not be intrusive. Remotely, you can send Astro to check on specific rooms, people, or things. It has a camera. It has a camera that actually attached to a telescoping pole that can go up basically face level with people. So you can see a whole room, essentially. You can get alerts when Astro detects an unrecognized person or certain sounds when you're away. You can have Astro proactively patrol, investigate activity, and save videos in Ring's cloud storage. You can remotely care for aging loved ones, giving you peace of mind while helping them live independently.
That one's gonna need some explaining.
Hard pass.
Set up reminders, manage shopping lists, receive activity alerts, and more. Astro can follow you with entertainment, find you to deliver calls, messages, timers, alarms, or reminders so it can hunt you down in your house. You can turn off the mics, the cameras, and the motion with one press of a button.
Right.
And use the Astro app to set up bound zones to let Astro know where it's not allowed to go. And Astro comes with a detachable cup holder that can carry other items, such as a Ziploc container, like a Tupperware container, a blood pressure monitor, a Furbo dog camera that tosses treats to your pets, and other things. So this is the first home robot, like real home robot that can do robot-y things.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
So many thoughts.
So
okay, let's get all the jokes out first.
Threa's here, and we also have KY Redhead. So KY Redhead and Thre are joining us for this chat.
Just the two of you.
All right, so Thre, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Okay, I gotta get it out first. Did Amazon buy the rights to Boomerang's The Jetsons?
Right? I was wondering the same thing.
I know that this is the year that George Jetson is supposed to have been born, but seriously?
But Astro wasn't a robot dog.
He was a regular dog. You are correct, but
when
clearly
you
they
think
couldn't use
Jetsons, what do you
K9 because
think?
that was already copyrighted. And also, did you not, like almost a year ago, do a story that started this whole scare Mo off thing about them doing a butler? This just sounds like they decided, oh, a butler is creepy? Let's do a dog.
Let's do a dog.
That's totally right.
Yeah.
That'll make people less feel creepy.
Well, before
even though we're collecting all the same data.
Yeah. Before we get into, our huge discussion and whatnot, I will say it worked. It worked because I find this far less terrifying than a butler. Yep. Anyway.
Well, Smart House was still a movie that scarred me for life.
Same.
So good luck with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it looks like a dog. I've watched plenty of sci-fi where it's a robot dog that zooms around. And anyway, I would also like to point out that in the suggested way it's moving, how are the Roombas that are all getting locked in the bathroom and you have to go let your vacuum cleaner out of the bathroom on a regular basis? Or it's encountered a cord. It doesn't know where it is.
It can set a boundary.
Lost.
You can keep it out of the bathroom, period.
Yes, theoretically. Until it gets lost. Because these things depend on sensors. Mm-hmm. And as soon as you've put your office chair in a place that it wasn't before, it's in a whole new room and has never seen it before.
A whole new room.
I feel like the level of clutter at my house inherently protects me from robot like surveillance for that very reason.
Didn't you know, KY? These robots are only for HGTV houses where your kids only exist in one room. Because they never have a toy anywhere, ever.
So I've seen the little Astro thing. It's relatively slender. It could snake around toys, I think.
Snake around. That's a really good use of verbiage there. Snake around.
Okay. I also needed to expand upon the reliability of the healthcare aspects because I'm sorry, did we or did we not just have a case before grand jury for things making similar comments? And also this is basically asking you to depend on your Roomba to take care of your elderly loved one. And if I can't trust Roomba to not eat computer cords, why should I trust them with healthcare? I mean, that's already a big enough stress. I can see some of these aspects being helpful, but not 100%. I would ask them for more information on that mechanism. As it is, they're already recording and video and sound, which is also usable in a court of law, as has been already demonstrated. So, I mean, there's that. That's good. I guess. And, yeah.
I mean, you don't think you're being slightly unfair by just calling it an updated Roomba?
I'm sorry. How does it move around?
It has wheels, like big wheels. Like it's
Big
not gonna
wheels, keep on
chomp up.
turning.
It's not gonna chomp up cords.
Proud
Okay.
Mary, keep
It
on
won't vacuum.
turning.
Right.
Good job.
It's not a vacuum cleaner.
Okay.
It rolls
Will
around
those
on wheels just like a Roomba, but it does
Okay,
not
I'm also
suction.
thinking of those mechanical dogs that were out in the same era as Furbies.
Yes.
And I'm thinking of how, we were all promised that they would do all of these wonderful things.
Uh-huh.
But instead, they just made sad sounds as the batteries died.
Okay, so
Also, are they repairable? Because anything that moves is going to be more likely to fall off a shelf and die.
happens to me every day.
Should never be on a
Sorry,
shelf.
Mo, talk.
Oh no, that you're fine. You are totally fine. So, well, KY, do you have thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Only cynical ones. I mean, I have watched and read too much sci-fi and studied too much history we don't have Alexa, we don't have Dots, we have cell phones, which I'm very well aware of, what all can be done with just that. And we've done fun experiments at our house where we'll purposefully talk about something that we have no interest in to see how long it takes for ads for it to pop up. And that's something the kids and I have done for fun. So that's been really exciting. Highly recommend, super entertaining. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing, it just makes me sad and a little sick because the people who will be like, oh, look, it's a dog. I want it in my house. I have no qualms whatsoever. And yes, I'll use it to monitor my kids when I'm just going to step out for a minute or, I'm going to use it to, make sure that, we're secure. And I just feel like, just the way it's designed, that it's going to be relied on too much and that it's going to be considered this replacement for common sense. And I feel that that's a slippery slope we're already sliding well down. And it just, I have a whole, that's kind of encompasses my whole lifestyle between homeschooling and, being cynical in general, conservative, libertarian, who cares about people and policies matter because people matter, kind of person. So yeah, I don't know. Plus we're not a dog family, so they've already lost me on that front.
Hey, to be fair, can you imagine if you tried to give it the personality of a cat, though? Then
That
you
would be amazing.
definitely would have Terminator.
See, I'm a little
on your
intrigued
hands.
now. I mean, see, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, Atmos, Cybermen. I mean, science fiction's not really fiction
though.
here.
K9 though. K9. I always wanted K9. It's the most adorable robo dog ever.
Doctor.
And then
Doesn't
you've got
matter
the hackers
he's
who
a
are
good
crazy.
dog. Okay.
Hello, Doctor.
Hackers who are crazy psychopaths who think it'd be fun to hack, random person's robo dog, and anything
totally
computer
fair.
is hackable, period.
Yep.
And like people are like, oh, you can turn the camera off. Yeah, right. I mean, seriously, what is it? Whoever it was that just it just came out in court documents or whatever that they really saved everything that you thought was a Snapchat or something. They're like, no, we really do save all of that, and just in case. And
Yeah, the only thing illegal about it was that they didn't put it in the terms of service that nobody reads.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, it's stuff like that where it's like false sense of security, and I'm sad that enough people won't question at all. Like they won't be any hesitant at all. That just makes me sad.
I think this is going to be kind of a novelty thing for a while. I mean, they're going to have some households get them, but they're only going to be really in the major cities, just due to practicality of repair, simplicity of designs of the types of houses they would be in, as well as the fact that these things are probably going to have need for strong Wi-Fi and strong electrical, which, face it, if you're outside the big cities and have weather on a regular basis, you're going to have some variant in that, at least for it to be dependable. Because even as we become a society that is more and more dependent on Wi-Fi, there are some places that occasionally have Wi-Fi go out.
No.
Do we have a price point on this? Because that's another thing. Like,
yeah, that's true. What
is
their demographic
$2,000.
they're aiming for?
$2,000?
$2,000.
Yeah,
this is going to be a glorified reboot of the dog from the 90s.
That dog. Yeah, it is totally.
I mean, that's even the price point for a reboot of the dog from the 90s. If this was a $20,000 dog, then we knew that they would actually fulfill those promises that they've listed, and it wouldn't just have some bugs or something. Also, why would you have that type of money around to throw at a dog? Dumb question. Some people do that.
Well, and see, I think that's part of the whole, it will replace all of these things for you. So if you're like, man, if I spend this much in gas and this much in time just going and doing a visual check, but really my elderly parent or grandparent is okay, they just need me to check every once in a while, or my 8-year-old is a latchkey kid and they really just need someone to check in on them, that $2,000, could be a lot cheaper than a caregiver or, a nanny who sits in front of the TV just to make sure there's a warm body. So I can see people justifying something like that for the replacement aspect, which is kind of the scary aspect.
Or even just setting up, like a bunch of cameras in your house, as opposed to buying all those. If you can have one roving camera, it'll be about the same price.
Also, I would be very curious to see, because they would be required to do a test of how real pets respond to it. I mean, this is a classic conundrum, but just the amount of signals that thing's going to be putting out, that's got to be hard on high-pitched ears.
Cancer rates.
I wasn't gonna go there.
Oriel says, now instead of fleas, you have to worry about computer bugs.
That is accurate. That is accurate.
Oh, there we go.
Can you imagine?
Seriously.
Can you imagine if this was put out by Apple and every 6 months it had to get a mandatory upgrade that may or may not be great?
And every 5 years.
That's the thing, though. I mean, that's once they got you relying on it, that they could do whatever they want to.
It's vet cost, guys. That's all it is.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Okay. Okay.
So
but you
so
also,
what I'm hearing is
sorry.
y'all don't want it. Y'all don't want this dog.
I'm gonna be I'm going to be. I still watch grown men use their smartwatches to use the Force at checkout. And I phrase it that way for a reason. So yeah, there's wonderful things about technology. It's usually the practicalities and the reliability that is questionable. And in this case, it sounds like a really sophisticated data collecting toy.
It fetches your data.
It's very good at it. I'm sure Google will come out with a model next year.
Listen.
Probably.
And then different dog breeds, you could get like a little customization package and
they missed
decals
out on the
Mo saying
actual
something?
name. It should have been named Data. I mean,
No, because then we would have to have a cat named Spot and
I mean,
thank you.
that
Thank you for
just
saying that. That's
opens
exactly
up
where my
doors
mind
for
went.
Future. So
I have a whole pet family.
yeah, exactly.
Well, then how are you going to
Little
feel when
robot
your
camera
pet
hamsters.
Data has a pet named Spot, and how do you have an existential crisis about? Anyway,
101
Yeah, that's an
robo
arc.
dogs. Robo
At
down
I'm with you.
least they didn't go with Cujo.
Cujo. Yeah.
Just saying. That could have been.
That would have
terrible.
been a good Halloween face skin, though, like, a background for the dog's face
Yeah,
on Halloween.
right.
Cujo.
Can you imagine how terrifying that is? That you, like, just like on Fortnite, you can buy skins
Yeah.
for your robot. Oh, your robot pet. Okay.
Someday.
Someday we'll live. No, we won't. Yeah, we will. Someday
we'll all be living in a robotic hellscape one day.
Well, no, what I was going to say was someday we will live in a place of complete sense where nothing seems like it's crazy and out of this world and insane. But before that day comes, we all must die.
well, at least your telemarketers are definitely not a computer, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure. Okay, so I have to say, I'm going to weigh in my opinion. Do you have a strong opinion here, one way or the other?
Not really.
Okay.
I think it's neat, but I agree that it's kind of like a novelty.
I agree that it is a novelty. I think that it is. I'm on the same page as you. I think that it's neat.
Yeah.
And I can't help but, like, when the part about, where is it? Remotely care for aging loved ones, giving you peace of mind while helping them live independently. And our ladies here were, like, so floored at that idea. They just gave up tons of negative feedback there. But I can't help but think of my father-in-law in his last year or so. After my mother-in-law passed away, he took a really, really steep and fast decline, and he just became depressed. And then that depression actually turned on his health. His health became really, really, really bad, to the point where we had to move him out of his home and had to put him in a facilitated area. It wasn't a nursing home. He was living independently, but there were a lot of things that he missed, a lot of appointments that he missed, people who would come and pick him up, things that he was just sleeping through.
Yeah.
Whereas if we had some sort of dog that we could look in and see him and say, there were multiple times that my sister-in-law or my brother-in-law had to go to his apartment and break in because they didn't have a key, and he had locked himself inside and was sleeping.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, what is happening? What's going on the other side of this door? Towards the end, he had actually passed out on the floor, and my sister-in-law found him unconscious on the floor. So there could be huge benefits to that aspect of it,
Yeah. It feels like it would need to be.
In all honesty, Mo, all that technology that you're seeing is beneficial for that caretaking purpose. It already exists in countertop units, particularly. And granted, that isn't rolling into the bedroom, but it depends on where you choose to put it and such.
Right.
They've already got they've got things that will overtake the speakerphone on your phone in order to, shout, "Mom, Dad, what's going on?" or "Can you hear me?" or such.
Right.
That pill dispensers that only dispense what is assigned for certain days and at certain times, and a beeper until you receive them.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, any text or read aloud as far as appointment reminders and other notifications. And of course, the camera system. Nanny cams exist for elderly care as well. It's just usually a matter of having consent forms, which is another thing.
Right.
The collection of this data with this dog, they would have to figure out the consent forms of, Amazon terms and conditions and all that.
So I think the whole reason why a dog is better, if you will, than, the camera top or the countertop cameras or any of the other things that have already been put out is simply because, and I'm speaking only in regards to our elderly family members who are living alone. It's a form of companionship. And as silly as that may sound, as silly as it may seem, it will give some sense of a friend to that person. And so with my father-in-law specifically, we had all of the technology. It was, he either didn't charge it, he would lose the charger, he would knock it off of the counters, he would put it away, he would forget where he put it, his phone was constantly dead. There were just constant things that happened where none of the technology that was already out was beneficial in any way. It just wasn't working. Whereas I know with my father-in-law, had it been this kind of pet aspect to it, it would have been, he would have treated it a little bit differently.
It also self-charges. Goes to its own little unit, like Baymax.
Yeah. And we all love Baymax.
All honesty, the next piece in that whole thing is that if it were any other company, because I'm not sure that they're the ones I would want with healthcare data.
Yeah, that's one of the red flags for me.
And I definitely would not use it as a substitute or anything like from an in-home nurse. You know what I mean? He would definitely still need, or that family member would still need an in-home nurse. I am not going to be trusting some robot to be administering daily health care, checking temperatures, or, doing a vital scan of any kind. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm insinuating. However, I do think that for the security aspect of it, for the peace of mind aspect of it, for the family members, but also for the companionship aspect of it, that I think nobody's really considering. I know for my father-in-law, who was incredibly depressed in his last several years, it would have been beneficial, not only to us as his children, but to him.
Yeah, I think there are some specific situations where a lot of this would be helpful. Worries about the company aside and privacy aside, with that kind of technology and that ability, which is probably only going to get more advanced as time goes on, assuming this doesn't just immediately flop and fail like a lot of things of this nature have. But for just a normal standard family, I think it doesn't go really beyond novelty at that point of, here, take this Red Bull to Tommy in the game room.
Right.
Well, thinking about, if you take aside the concerns about the company and privacy and things like that, you could say, fine, this dog could read audiobooks aloud to my kid, and, this dog could get my, help him reach something, or, whatever. So, there's a lot of lifestyle perks that you could have from it if all the other concerns aside.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there any last words we want to say?
I'm still open to the cat idea.
Yeah, I'm still curious about, what this looks like, what the mechanics are.
It's
I'm
actually-
sorry
it's
to be
actually
so
pretty.
negative.
Oh, no,
It does sound like there are a lot of fun things about it that could be useful in very specific contexts.
I will say it's pretty cute if you want to go Google it.
Are we talking like Jack Russell, Golden Retriever?
It doesn't really look like a dog.
It doesn't look like a
even
dog.
Look like a dog. Did they even bother to change the butler design? Did they just decide to call it a dog?
No, I mean it looks like a robot pet, but it looks more like something out of Star Wars than a dog.
I also
it's a little elongated car thing with a screen face.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It looks like a duck. It looks like one of those
See,
old
now I would have been
ducks.
open to the idea of a duck. But the dog, I don't know. It just,
I don't see it as a dog, though. It just looks like it needs a pull string, and it's a duck.
Yeah. So Oriole pointed out the most beneficial piece in all of this in the chat, and he said we would not have to worry about shedding. And that is literally one of the first things that I thought of. I could have a dog and not have to worry about shedding. Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Love y'all.
Of course. Have a good day.
You too.
You good there?
Gracious sakes. Before we go, we're going to answer an Ask Us Anything question from Twitch. So, Twitch, jump on it. Give us a question. Ask us any possible thing. What? What's wrong?
You know how I do. You know how I do. You say something, it reminds me of a song. I sing the song, but you just said something that reminded me of a song that I can't sing because it's inappropriate.
Inappropriate. Inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
So how's your knee? I noticed.
It was
everybody,
my ankle.
Oh, it was your ankle?
Yes.
Everybody who was watching the screen.
Good grief. I'm pretty sure it was heard. But I kicked what is like the under metal part of the table where you fold the legs out? You know how, and then it forms this triangle here. Yeah, I definitely kicked that real nice.
For the record, KY, I don't think there was any animosity in that discussion.
No, not
at all. I just different perspectives. That's all. No problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what makes it nice, is being able to.
All right. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna bounce ideas off. All right. I'm gonna restart the whole ending here. Before we go, we're going to answer an Ask Us Anything question from Twitch.
Today's question comes from our friend.
Let's do both of them. We'll do. Oh, we got three. Let's do these three. No more questions. Let's do the first one. What's the first one?
Why is the other person the better host?
And this is from
Lark. Yeah, Lark asks, why is the other person the better host? I'll go first.
Okay.
Matt is the better host because he has a background in radio. He already knew what he was doing coming into this. I had zero idea of what I was doing. He keeps me on topic. He keeps me controlled. He keeps me in line.
Whip crack.
Yes. That is why he 100% is the better host. Hands down.
Agreed. No.
Yeah.
No. I think Mo is better in a lot of ways. She is more personable. She is often more genuinely funny, like spontaneously funny. Most of my jokes tend to be...
also makes for inappropriateness.
But that's also some of the funniest moments on the show. But she connects really well, especially in these discussions, talking with other people. She connects a lot better. I have more of a host personality in that I'm a little bit detached sometimes, while Mo can get in there and kind of lead the conversation once it's begun, or at least keep it moving in a way that I can't always do because it's not in a bullet point format. Everything that I do is usually written out, and stuff that she does, she just has like a little ... on her line because she's better being spontaneous. So
thanks, Matt.
that's why this works.
Yeah. We are very similar, but also very, very,
Very different in some
different.
important key ways.
See. Our next question comes from KY Redhead, who says, if you had to listen to just one album only for the rest of your life, what would you pick? You go for it.
That's a hard question.
I have to look up the name of mine.
That's a hard
who
question.
listens to albums anymore?
There's quite a few really, really good ones, though, from 2000s, I think, that I really liked, that I could probably listen nonstop and did for many years. I'm going to say... I'm going to say Forget and Not Slow Down by Reliant K, or The Beautiful Letdown by Switchfoot. Those two albums I loved start to finish. I mean, like, there's Owl City, though, too. Owl City's Ocean Eyes is beautiful. Man, there's so many.
Mm-hmm.
That's really hard. If I had to pick one, I'd pick Reliant K's Forget and Not Slow Down. No, take it back. Reliant K's Collapsible Lung. Reliant K's Collapsible Lung. That one's beautiful. Okay.
You
That's
good?
my final answer.
Okay.
Dang it.
He doesn't like his answer. He doesn't like it. Okay, I can't
Actually,
even...
the one... No, I'm kidding. Sorry. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
I can't even figure out which album it is, but... And I know that there's no... I shouldn't say nobody.
No, it is. No.
There are not a lot of people who are going to know who this is, but those of you who do. Hosanna Poetry. You know who that is.
I do.
Unchained, I'm pretty sure, is the name of the album.
I think so.
She is a spoken word artist. All of her... I guess all of her songs, they're not sung. They are spoken in kind of an artistic semi-rap, if you would, form with music and
semi-rap
background.
The way you said
semi-rap.
It's very hoity-toity. Semi-rap format.
I mean, I'm not talking Ja Rule or anything, but but I love Hosanna Poetry, and if I had to pick just one album to listen to for the rest of my life, it would definitely be hers, because there is such diversity in everything on her album. I don't feel like I would get annoyed or frustrated or irritated with the same sounding thing for the rest of my life.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. And
Mark said, Matt, who are you and why did you steal my sister's middle school music choices? Hey, that's hurtful.
Yeah.
Right,
And then
question.
our last question comes from Oriel Jedi, who says, what is the worst injury you've had?
Okay. So if we're talking injury, I guess I need clarification.
Okay. Matt has lived his life in as much of a bubble as he possibly could have.
Do we mean, like, does something medical that happened that I didn't actually do to myself count as an injury? Like,
no,
it wasn't something
that is not
I
an
got
injury.
injured?
No.
Okay. So good. I don't have to say that. Because it was gross. Yeah, I mean, I haven't ever broken a bone. I haven't ever gotten a huge laceration or anything. I've gotten stitches, but they're all from, like, surgeries where I had my gallbladder removed. So, really, I think the worst injury I've ever had was when I threw my back out like 5 years ago. It was so bad. So painful. But that's about it.
My friend.
Mm-hmm.
I have never broken any significant bones. I have broken both of my pinky toes, and I've broken 4 fingers. But that's it. No significant bones. That is something that has always been a fear of mine, to break a bone.
Right. Like break your arm, break your leg. My gosh, that's terrifying.
Break your leg.
Break your leg,
Break your leg.
arm, break your toe.
Okay. But I have, when I was a teenager, I was riding the four-wheeler, and there's a rule in our house now with a four-wheeler. You have to have somebody out there with you. You cannot be riding alone.
After Cannon.
No. He had somebody out there with him.
Oh.
He was riding with someone.
Oh.
Yeah. This is a rule that came from my childhood.
Oh.
Because I was riding my four-wheeler and went out probably 2.5 miles away from where the house was in the field, was jumping big old sand dunes. I ended up cutting it a little too close to the edge of the sand dune. And so when it landed, it flipped. I flipped and it rolled on top of me. And the, what is it? The wheel, the thing that kind of goes over the wheel. It's called something. Anyway, that broke off, had a very jagged edge.
Yeah.
Cut through my pants, down my knee. I still have that scar there. But I got out from underneath the four-wheeler, flipped it up on its side, on the right side, but it wouldn't start. And so I had to walk the 2.5 miles home. With this huge gash in the side of my leg, dripping blood. Yeah. So that is probably the most traumatic injury that I've ever had.
I guess the second.
Oh, I did get another one. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll tell one more story and you can share one more.
Okay.
The second biggest injury I've ever had was a concussion. And it happened in a junior high school at summer camp, Christian camp. And there was a game we all played when I was a teenager called Doorknob. And it's if you burped, your friend could say doorknob or window or something like that. And until you touched said thing, until you touched said thing, they got to punch you.
Yeah.
And so we're out there at camp. We're like under like the rope bridge thing out there, where the obstacle course up in the sky. And it had just rained, so like all the roads and stuff were muddy. I burped, and my friend Dakota said window, and I'm like, I'm not gonna play that. I was doing the jerk move of, don't be so childish.
I'm too cool for that.
And so as soon as he was like fine, and he put his arm down, I took off towards his truck. But like I said, it had just been raining, and so as I'm like reaching out with my hand, my foot slips in the mud, and I fall and I touch the window, but like my top of my forehead down to the bridge of my nose smacks right into the back side panel of this truck, makes this giant dent. And apparently I stood up from that and then collapsed onto the ground very dramatically and was knocked out for about 30 seconds. I don't remember any of that part.
Clearly.
But then I came to, and they made me go to the hospital, and I had a concussion, and so I couldn't play any of the games the rest of the week, which was fine by me because I was fat and slow. Am perpetually fat and slow.
Shut up.
And so, those are the two big stories of me actually hurting myself.
So when I was about 6, I think this is the last memory that I have of my grandparents' house in Maryland before they moved to Tennessee. But it had been raining, and I have never, ever, 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 ever been a tennis shoes kind of person. Never. I've always worn ballet flats, even when I was very little. I used to call them my ballet bow shoes. That's what they had, a little bow on them, and they looked like ballet flats. Anyway, but I was running as fast as I could to go into my grandparents' house. They had a long brick walkway that led up to 3 brick steps. Okay. And then just a tiny little patio to go into their front door. Okay. Yeah. So I'm running down this brick walkway. I go to step up on the first step, and because it had been raining, it's slick, and ballet bow shoes have no grip, and so my foot slipped and my chin met the edge of the brick step.
Oh.
So if you look,
like
look.
Yep.
You hear it?
Yeah.
I still have the scar on my chin where I busted my chin wide open.
Deidre has a very similar scar.
Yeah?
From when she face planted in the street while riding her bike. Like she went over the handlebars and landed chin first.
Yeah. So I think that may take the cake, actually. And it was like 9:00 at night, and I can remember sitting in my parents' car and them driving around trying to figure out where to take me if I needed to get stitches. And I'm just like holding this towel to my chin. I remember that. I don't think that they ever took me anywhere to get anything.
You know what? You're fine.
That's why I got such a bad scar at 30 years later, 31 years later.
Put some Elmer's glue on there. I'm gonna hold it.
I mean, that's what Chris would have done to our kids. He would have put super glue on it.
Super glue, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done a few of those.
Yeah.
Super glue welds.
Yeah. I mean, that's what super glue was originally used for. It was used as a military grade
medical aid.
Yep, thank you. Military grade medical aid. Super glue. We are here and available for all of your brand's needs. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Oh, if I had enough brain power, I would put together a whole jingle. Whole jingle for it.
Jingle,
all right.
jingle, jingle.
That's enough questions. Let's end with our verse for the day.
Our verse for the day is Colossians 4:5-6. Walk in wisdom toward outsiders, making the best use of the time. Let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer each person.
How you ought to answer.
I mean, I'm sure that there's a version out there that doesn't put ought in there, so whatever. Shh.
Oh.
If I had $1 million.
Okay. That's the show. But before we go, we've got a taste test and a package. What do we do first?
That's the show. But before we go, the taste test. Yes.
You want to do taste test first?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about you? Can you divvy up? Oh, I ripped that very quick.
Oh, my ear. Okay.
Can you divvy up the 6 each that we need?
Okay.
All right. And while you do that, I'll go through the list here. See all those? Okay. So we've got margarita, churro, salsa, guacamole, beef taco, and horchata.
6. I feel like there's 7.
There's not.
But look.
Those are both horchatas.
No, but look.
Okay,
Those don't look the same.
Okay, well, take that one out. Take
Where'd
the
they
odd one
go?
out. You knocked into them coming over and they all scatter.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1.
1.
2.
2.
3.
3.
4.
4.
5. 6. Nope.
So this is the curse of jelly beans. Taco truck jelly beans.
You got 2 of those.
Late
grains.
night taco truck jelly beans from Brach's.
This is what you... Dang, look at that one. That's a weird shaped jelly bean.
That's a fat beef taco you got right there.
You think that's the beef taco?
That's definitely the beef taco. The yellowish one.
Oh.
Give me a normal. That's going to be one of the worst ones. I don't want a whole bunch.
Why are you so whiny? There you go.
I'm whiny.
Here. Ready?
Yes.
Hand.
So, I don't want to
I don't
hold them. Okay. So, I think the lime greenier one is the margarita. So, you want to start with that one?
That one?
Yes.
All right, ready?
Lime greeny.
Margarita. That's a margarita.
Ooh. That's delightful.
It is. Very good.
Nice
It's
lime
yummy.
flavor. Not overwhelmingly. Not sour. Just like a sweet lime.
It's good. They could have done something with like salt though.
Yeah, could have had a little
That
bit
would
of
have. Yeah,
Just
that would have been better.
Just a single grain of salt in the
Yeah.
middle.
It would have made the entire experience so much more realistic.
All right, brown and speckled is the churro.
Oh.
Okay, it took forever to get a flavor. Doesn't really taste like churro. It tastes a bit of like cinnamon, or at least a spice.
I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, it's not bad,
It's not bad at all,
but
it's not churro.
like had you not told me it was supposed to be something, I'd be like, this is a tasty jelly bean.
Yeah.
But if I'm expecting a churro flavor, this ain't it. Better than the churro flavored Pop-Tarts. That smelled like cinnamon bleach.
That is churro.
Okay. All right, that's all right.
This one?
I'm going to palate cleanse.
That's smart.
All right.
That's smart.
All right, so now we're getting into the weird ones. Salsa.
This one? The pink one?
Yep.
This is... Hold on.
It tastes like salsa.
No. It tastes like spaghetti sauce.
Oh, a little bit.
That's what it tastes like.
I can't.
It tastes like spaghetti sauce. It does not taste like salsa. They missed the mark there.
Ugh.
It's not awful, but it is definitely not like that was a jelly bean?
It's awful.
I need a pasta jelly bean now because that was spaghetti sauce. 100%. Like Hunt's tomato with onion and green pepper. That's what I taste. I taste green pepper.
So
and that's
gross.
why it's not.
Yeah.
That is why it's not salsa. I taste green pepper.
Well, it might be jalapeno.
No. They have two totally different flavors. That was green pepper, and that's what made it taste like spaghetti sauce, not salsa.
So bad. Oh, so bad. And this one I'm really not looking forward to because I do not like guacamole.
Guacamole.
Okay. Guacamole.
Where the heck are these people eating their Mexican food? That is not guac. That is not guac. That was so citrusy. That was gross. That was not good at all. What's next? The beef taco?
Nobody's commenting, so I'm afraid that nobody's watching. And if we're doing this for nobody, I'm going to be really upset. Because these are gross.
They are gross. Well, I won't say, like, that one was the only one that was gross. KY said she's listening.
Okay.
Here comes the taco.
Okay, I'm watching it. It's hilarious. Okay, good.
Ready?
I'm just afraid because I remember we did this for, it was the spicy jelly beans, the Fiery Five.
And it wasn't working.
And it stopped, it like cut out on the last one.
Yep.
And it was the worst one. And we didn't have any footage of it.
Yep, I remember that.
We went through all that pain for nothing. Beef taco.
I don't hate that one.
Oh.
I like that one a whole lot, actually.
So gross. Rotten meat. Oh gosh, I'm gonna vomit.
really like this one.
Oh.
This one, in comparison to the turkey from... Be careful. You almost knocked over the thing over there.
The what thing?
That thing, the build CPU
The thing what?
In comparison to the turkey candy corn from 2 Thanksgivings ago, this is way better.
Yeah.
The
I mean, these
flavor
aren't as
there-
bad. But
Well, I mean, the beef taco flavoring.
look, yeah. No, I'll admit, they taste like what they're supposed to taste like a lot more than those candy corn ever have. Except for the glazed carrots. Those were pretty good.
The glazed carrots were delicious. But it's the same company, right? Brach's did the candy corn, didn't they?
Yeah.
All
All right, last
Last
one,
one.
which hopefully will be better. I've also never had this. I don't even really know what it is. What is it?
It's like a milk drink. Hot.
I feel like you're just saying nouns. Milk, drink, hot, white, liquid.
What is I think it has like coconut in it.
That would make sense.
What is horchata? Horchata, the name given to various kinds of plant-based beverages.
Plant-based.
Soaked, ground, and sweetened tiger nuts.
And what?
Tiger nuts. Shut up.
What are those?
What is
What are those?
No. Tiger, like sweetened tiger nuts. It's a nut.
I've never
like
heard
a
of it.
peanut
I've
or
never
a
heard of
walnut.
a tiger nut before.
Neither have I, but I'm hoping that's what it is. Horchata is a traditional Mexican drink made up of white rice soaked in water. It's flavored with cinnamon and sweetened with granulated sugar. Okay, so it's just white rice made into a drink. It's a Weiss drink. It's a Weiss drink. Ready?
I guess.
Yep, it's good.
Ooh.
This is like churro.
This tastes exactly like a churro.
This one's churro.
Holy cow. I
Yeah.
even taste like the donut, like fried
Yep.
dough.
That's churro. Mm-hmm.
That's delicious.
Yep. You want another one?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to put churro and horchata together and eat them
They
simultaneously.
could be pals. Dang, that's good. And a weird flavor to have with a jelly bean texture, but not off-putting.
There you go. You got to do that. You got to do that. I know you don't want to. There you go.
What's that? There's some unhappy tigers out there.
Oh, man.
Get your mind out of the gutter, chat.
That was good.
No, that's too sweet.
What?
I don't like them together.
What? Oh, you crazy.
I mean, it might be a more accurate churro flavor, but it's
Boy,
too
you
sweet.
crazy.
I think the horchata was the perfect amount.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 of those were really good.
Listen, the only one I really did not, well, there were 2 that I did not like. Guacamole.
Ugh.
But I didn't like the flavor of that one. The flavor was terrible. And then the salsa. It wasn't awful,
I was just mad at the presentation,
but it
the
was
execution.
spaghetti sauce. It wasn't salsa.
I wanted
Add
to go
in
south of
some-
the border with his jelly bean.
Yeah.
Instead, you sent
Not
me across
Italiano.
the Atlantic.
Add in some jalapeno and cilantro to that jelly bean, and you will have salsa. Take out the green pepper. I don't know why they put green pepper in there.
All right, last thing. You all right there?
Yeah. I'm just excited about these, so I'm going to keep eating them.
Okay. Last thing is a package that I didn't realize was wrapped so well. I don't have a knife. We got a anonymous package addressed to the taste test gurus. Oh, it's Pop-Tarts. Oh. It's It's a beat up thing of Pop-Tarts. Mystery flavor.
Uh-oh.
Yay. Golly. All right.
Beef taco and churro are not good together. That's not a good mix.
Mr. E flavor.
That's not a good mix at all.
What'd you mix? What'd you mix?
Beef taco and churro.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. That is silly. That's silly times. Okay. Mr. E flavor.
Who's Mr. E?
I guess that's Mr. E.
What if I scan?
Oh, they're all broken. Do you smell it?
No. All that I can smell is jelly beans. Taco truck jelly beans.
That was a bit raucous.
It does smell.
Such a mess. Doesn't it smell weird to you?
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
I'm very concerned. Is there no way to figure out what it is?
March 20th. So it's still good. Oh, it's so crumbly. Alright. Oh, it's white on the inside.
I don't want to.
Oh, it smells so bad.
Ew.
It does not smell sweet like a Pop-Tart should smell.
Yeah, it smells like the beef taco jelly bean.
It really does. I don't wanna.
Read the ingredients. Threy, you are a brilliant genius.
It's just gonna be natural flavors.
Wheat, flour, niacin, reduced iron, vitamin B1. It's just reminding me of all the terrible things we're about to put in our body.
I don't wanna.
Dried onion, garlic powder.
What?
Yeah.
Is this actually a beef taco flavor?
It really might be a beef
Pop-Tart?
taco.
Guys. Who did this?
Fess up. Fess up now.
Why would Pop-Tarts do this? Peeps ain't gonna come out with a mystery flavor that's taco. Oreo's not gonna come out with a mystery Oreo that's taco.
Those are the only two things on there that give any salt, dried onion, cornstarch, garlic powder.
It just smells so awful. Let's go. Can't try it warm. Ugh, warm. Ugh.
I have already got it and I'm taking a light.
I'm just gonna get a teeny little slur.
That's not fair. There's nothing. I'm not getting anything.
I'm getting something. Oh, I'm getting something. Oh, I'm getting something. Oh, I'm getting something.
I got something that time.
Why? 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 Oh, when it mixes with your saliva, it really intensifies.
I feel like it was Lark that sent these to us because she is very adamant that we toast these and eat them again.
There's no toaster here.
I most definitely did not, she said. Okay. I need to know what it is.
I am permanently frozen. I was expecting something so good. The last package we got had Tim Tams in it.
We had high hopes.
And we got Taco Pop-Tarts. Taco Tarts. Frosted Taco Tarts. KY says that Mo is obligated to take one home and toast it and taste it for TikTok. That's a lot of teas. Do it. Make your son try it.
Oh,
Make
yeah,
Topher.
he loves
Make
Pop-Tarts,
Topher take one and
doesn't he?
toast it and try it for TikTok. Terrible things. Terrible things, Eel Davis. Terrible things are happening. No, not Matt.
I'm slightly concerned here.
What?
Find a flat surface.
Tap to place. Whoa. What the heck? It's augmented reality. You gotta see the guy. Go back, follow him. That's weird. Did they leave a clue? Oh, it's revealing the answer. Somewhere.
What? Did you read it?
Two halves make a whole, but there's still a hole. Two halves make a hole, but there's still a hole. According to Google, it's everything bagel.
Okay.
That's what Oriole says.
Yes.
That makes sense.
I'm typing it in.
Taco tarts, just like Mama used to make. They don't taste like tacos. We just jumped to tacos because we just had the taco flavored jelly beans, and we saw onion and garlic powder in the list of ingredients.
Why?
That makes a bit more sense.
I want to answer and see if I'm right. This is the dumbest thing.
It might be over by now. Anyway, they were gross. So thank you so much to whoever anonymously sent this to us. You are now forever scorned.
And you're making me join the Kellogg's fam in order to figure out what kind of Pop-Tart I just ate.
Now I'm going to get so much Pop-Tart junk mail.
Exactly.
Oh, that's funny.
You know what? I'm putting Topher's information in.
All right, everybody. That's the show. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We are going to have our main shows coming up. We're going to have our main topics recorded here after we go off of Twitch. So you'll have every reason to still tune in Monday through Thursday next week to hear the full show, where we're going to be talking a lot about the state of AI in 2022. We're going to talk about the dead internet theory. A lot of cool stuff. We're going to kind of figure out just where we're at AI-wise. But for now, we're going to go. Where should we raid, Lark? We're going to go. Stick around for the raid. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. The new U.S. is trying to get into its own cryptocurrency. What stops them from just being like, all right, and now this is worth $1. One U.S. All right, pick one. Pick one and get it started. All right, love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good week. Check the Discord, backrowdiscord.com, because we're going to have all the rules and get the sign up for the bracket, the March Madness bracket, to win the belt. Jesus loves you.
Love you.
Goodbye.